And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. White boys, comic book reader. Don't buy my book. Don't buy my book. I literally can't even think. We can have a little conference on that. Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Comic book reader. Comic book reader. May I curse? White boys, don't read them. We're very worried about comics right now. Independent comic sales are down. Mainstream comic sales are down. Everything in the mid-list is way down. You don't make a lot of money that way. There is nothing inherently masculine of heroism. There's nothing inherently masculine heroism. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. Magic! Going into the red on singles and not coming out until the trades. Stores are closing. You don't make a lot of money that way. So, don't. Comics are booming.
Turn around. Look at what you see.
Well, how do you like that? Welcome to the show. This is Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I'm Ethan Van Sciver, your Uncle Ethan. Up late tonight, John, working. Doing a little bit of work, taking things seriously, you know.
I just woke up a little bit ago. I slept in through Jack's show.
Yeah, like I too. I'm just getting over being sick. I'm like 95% there. You know, Andrea was like, "Should I be worried about you? You're sleeping a lot." And I'm like, no, I'm working at night. I'm getting stuff done. It's like, you know, during the day, I pass out for like 4 hours. I have to get up and be somewhere, take a phone call, be in some meeting, and then I sleep for another 3. I guess it seems like I'm sleeping a lot.
Yeah. She thinks you're just partying, having a good old time.
I'm not. I'm not having fun. This
ain't fun.
What do you mean? I'm up working. I'm working on this Scorpion face here. You know, I'm sitting there.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I had Cecil and Kelsey on my screen. I was using them for reference, you know, in the middle of that. And I saw the Jack show off the rails.
Yeah.
So
it's going downhill. I don't know if it's with lack of Anna. I don't know what's going on. It's Hornball City in there, I guess. You know, I don't know.
Can we help them in any way? Is there any way that we can save them? or should we even care?
Send them hookers. I think
hookers would do it. Hookers.
Sexual release. Yeah,
I'm not that interested.
People are peeing on streams. Like anytime I may have peed on a stream, it was always fake. It was me with a water bottle. I mean, people are just
I gotta say, I cannot claim the same thing. I have accidentally urinated on a podcast. It was before YouTube. There was no video, and you just heard the noise of peeing. I'm on there with 4 other people, and somebody said, "Is someone peeing?" And I said, "Well, whoever's peeing is going to finish pretty soon," and that gave it away. At that point, it was pretty clear that it was me.
Yeah.
Welcome, Shane Davis. Hello, how are you?
Oh, Cap Happy. Thank God. I feel like I really made the right decision swinging over here. We got Cap Happy. Oh, my God.
We got artists here who are in the business of creating artwork like this. I was shocked and astonished to get this today because I'm sure I didn't pay for it. I'm positive that I did. I mean, did I back this?
Right, maybe not.
Did I?
Nasser Rabadi and Donald DeLay. That's the legendary Brutus. This thing's been
source of controversy
for a long time. Yeah.
Brutus the Badass. By the way, it shows up. Donald. I said to Donald jokingly, I said I didn't get mine. And he said I sent it to you, and I was like, oh, well, he sent it to my old address, the house that I was renting. It got returned to him.
His mistake.
His mistake. Send it back to me where it belongs. And he did. He got it. He forwarded it over here to my P.O. box.
I feel like I got one, but I don't see one laying around. Maybe I didn't. I might have hallucinated that.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, well. Yeah.
You didn't get one of these? He didn't send you one of these?
I guess not. Maybe. I don't know. I
got Happy. Did you get one?
I do not have one, no. I think you're special, Ethan. I mean...
Well, listen, I've been told that my whole life.
Well, I mean, if you believe it, then you will it. That's all it takes. You just gotta believe you're special.
You weren't here when this was going down, Shane. To be fair, this was 2018, like legit early clown show ComicsGate. When all we were doing was fighting with SJWs and each other all day long. I talked to Zach today. He's like, is the clown show over? It's 2021. Is it over? I'm like, I'm going to endeavor to make it over, Zach. I agree with you. I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight SJWs. We've established our place in comics at this point. Nobody can really uproot us. Fuck these people. Fuck them and their stupid, awful bullshit. They're terrible comics. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this today. But this is where they're going. This is CIA, Captain Native American or Captain Indigenous American, excuse me. This is the next round of Captain America reboots here.
Do you think we're going to get a hobo Captain America at the end of this? I mean, where are they going with this?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, would a Native American name himself America? Would he put that in his name? Is that
yeah, absolutely. Look, there's patriotic engines out there. I'm surprised that they would let a guy named David Cutler do this design. Wouldn't they want to find an actual Native American artist? I'm presuming he's a white guy.
My name is Yellow Eagle. I was given that name by the Minister of Indian Affairs under Barack Obama. I met him at a casino up in Michigan. This is true. He owned a casino and he was working for Barack Obama. He was the Minister of Native American Affairs or something like that. That doesn't mean he was having sex with a lot of female Native Americans behind his wife's back. It means their concerns, their issues. He might have been. I'm just saying that's not what the name means. And he said, I am naming you because he was a fan. He asked me to draw him the mighty Thor. And I did. And she had great boobies because Thor, of course, is a woman. And he named me Yellow Eagle. He said, because of your nose and your hair. It's yellow. Your hair. This was before I went gray, John.
Right.
He said, you are Yellow Eagle because you have a big beak.
What a jerk.
And it was rude. I know they don't care. Like Native Americans, they're like they have bigger concerns. They're being.
I think they've paid their dues. I think they've paid their dues. I think they can take those cheap shots.
They haven't paid me shit.
Right. I didn't get. Where's my check?
They scalped my Scottish ancestors for decades. That's hard. I want to bury those scalps.
What did they ever do? Yeah.
Nothing. They wanted to make a better life for themselves.
Came over here, say, "Hey, look at all
here to make
land.
a better
Why
life.
don't we have some land? Hey, we'll just have some land. We'll talk to the natives. They'll agree to give it to us for some beads. I mean, that's a trade.
A deal's a deal. You Indian givers.
Indian givers.
That's
Can we bring that back?
That's where it came from.
That's where it came from.
Yeah.
So
deal breakers.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I just again, I'm not sure what this is all about here. I don't know how many more. By the way, there's no shield. He doesn't have a shield
because he traded it for beads.
Oh, big mistake.
Yeah,
they don't do.
I love that he's got this red, white, and blue color scheme for everything except for his headband. It's brown. Is it brown?
No, it's red.
Brown.
It's red. It's red. It's red and white. Yeah, everything's red, white, and blue.
Is it a different red? Am I seeing this wrong?
I think you are. I mean, to be fair, it is legitimately. It doesn't get much bigger than that. It is red. Under here is where he keeps his flask, though. Right under here. This is a nice, handy dandy hiding space. Yeah. I don't understand what this is. I'm not sure what this is all about. But this is what they're doing, and my thing now is just to be like, whatever, bitches. Try saying that. It's freeing.
It looks like he's wearing like dancing garb that Native Americans wore. Not like something you go into battle or fight with.
A rain dance. He's going to do a rain dance, John.
Yeah, he's got like a rain dance from Flashdance where you.
Yeah. He's got like the stockings.
All right.
Weird.
What a feeling. Is believing.
Wait, why
start doing that little pump with his feet right now?
What happened to the Jack show? Like, why everybody's in the chat or
everyone's trying to get a date.
Oh.
It's like, all right.
Yeah, the Jack show every now and then. How would we put it? Every now and then. I'm here to. I just felt like as I was watching it, I needed to help John. I don't think John belonged there. And I didn't want to live stream. Dale Keown was like, are you going to live stream tonight? Because Dale watches overnight when I do live streams. He's sitting there doing drawings for me all the time, and he watches the live streams. So he's like, are you going to stream tonight? And I'm like, I got to buckle down. I got to get work done. I'm going to be doing some drawings like you. Yeah. And there's a Jack show tonight, which means that I don't want to stream against them, or I didn't. Now I do. And so now I'm probably not going to do it. He said, all right, cool. And then he sent me over a couple of drawings. He sent me this right here, which is he's doing all these studies of salamandroid. You've got this nice down shot here. And then you've got this, which is like, you better drop your gun. Sal doesn't like to have weapons pointed at him.
I've always been curious, when you designed Salamandroid, were you looking at Komodo dragons, or what were you looking at?
Yeah, like I just like Cyberfrog is like part toad, part tree frog, part just everything kind of mixed together. He's got like a bumpy, scaly back, and yet he's got the coloring of a tropical green tree frog. Salamandroid is just everything that is lizard. He is everything that is salamander and lizard. So like. What I need him to have teeth. Salamanders are not exactly scary looking animals.
No.
So you just go, well, what would like the most hyper evolved, frightening weapon of war kind of animal look like if it, kind of evolved along the lines of a lizard or salamander? And that's Salamandroid. And yeah, Komodo dragons are a big part of it because he walks up on his two arms like a Komodo dragon does. He's got, bigger forearms, and then his legs are kind of stumpy in the back. But, I told Dale, I just said he's a puppy like this. So Dale gave him these. He's just like, look, you gave him an underbite. I was like, yeah, I gave him an underbite too, kind of like because he's just sort of like a friendly little friend. He's like, hey, I'm your puppy pal, Salamandroid. So anyway, he's doing a bunch of sketches like that, and it's just so fun, man. I'm having a great time.
Looking good, Dale.
Here's Eric Weathers. Here's our boy Kenneth. I never see Kenneth.
You know what's funny about Komodo dragons? At first, back in the day, like when we were kids, they used to think they were poisonous. Like if they bit you, they actually thought they were like a lizard that had poison, but it's not. Their saliva has bacteria that just fucks you up.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Bacteria. Yeah.
Yes.
So they'll bite an animal and then they take their time just following it until the animal just falls down, dying of a blood infection, and then they eat it alive. It's pretty messed up.
Kenneth, have you ever seen a Komodo dragon attack a human being?
In person, no.
No, I don't mean in person. I don't even know where they live. Aren't they in Australia? Are Komodo dragons like in New Zealand or something?
Galapagos or whatever?
Maybe Galapagos, I think. The Galapagos.
One in my zoo.
Are they close enough to Liam Gray that they might? Because that would be a hell of a fight. I would like to see Liam Gray fight a Komodo dragon. I think he'd win, but it'd be a good fight.
What if he got bit, though?
These things happen. I'm just saying that, the last man standing would be Liam Gray.
He had a new video out, too, for his office.
I did take a look at that. Here, we'll show that because it's a Liam Gray building an office is fascinating to me. I can't get enough of that.
Wait, John, they're calling you Judas. I have to bring that up.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. Judas, Traitor. Someone said, super chatted that the show is based around me. It's not really.
Well, your name is first in the Jack show in this initial.
That's only because it makes the word Jack. It wasn't.
John was the first out the door. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to go. It's like if I were a friend.
Yeah, look,
I would rescue John right now from this fucking hellhole.
You got all these single guys or semi-single guys in there, Witten's in there. It's just going to be talking about things going in or out of vaginas all night, and it's like, I'm happily married.
Me too. I don't need to be around that. Kenneth, I don't think you do either. That's not what you're about. I mean, are you happily married, Kenneth?
I'm fine.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's miserably married.
It's all right.
What's going on, Eric? It's great to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
It's good to be here. Yeah, busy just working. I was on my stream and the chat was like, Ethan's here. Go do the thing. Be on Ethan's show. So I was like, fine. I threw my hands up and I left. I stormed out of my own stream to come over here.
There you go. See, I'm not the only one abandoning streams around here.
You got to abandon streams. Abandon ship and come here. Snarkticon DM, of course, points out that we did fail to do something. People insist on this now, and let's get it going at this exact same.
I was raised by the wolves, aim to they fool, run through the night, playing with your life, go against the pack, that's risking your life, better play it right, yeah, you better play it right, I got loyalty.
People like that. John, how do you feel about it? I never really asked how you felt about it. I just inflicted it on you.
No, it's nice. It's nice to have an intro. So no complaints.
I could make one for everyone. Kenneth, how come you are always in the dark?
Buy a lamp.
He's got one behind him. He's backlit. Kenneth, did you witness a mob murder of some sort, some kind of crime, and you can't show us who you really are?
It's called ambiance. I mean,
it's not ambiance. He's in the dark. He looks like he is on what are those shows? The true crime TV shows where he's like
he's in black and they've garbled his voice.
I put it.
Right? We need to fix it, Kenneth. People, you're a handsome man. I wanted to say that to you for a while, Kenneth. You're a handsome man. People want to see your face. Shines Parker 11 says Kenneth is mysterious. Do you see what you're building here for yourself? And I don't know if it's a good thing.
I think it's positive.
Building a mystery. It's a Sarah McLachlan song.
Kenneth is like the guy from X-Files, says Snarkticon. He means the cigarette smoking man.
Smoking man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was he the Marlboro Man? Is that what they called him? Or
they called him Cancer Man.
Smoking Man.
Originally. And then it was Insensitive. Grand G, thank you for joining the channel. I appreciate you. Ethan Hearts, Kenneth, and then a gay rainbow. Sure, why not? I like everybody in here, you know, because Cecil's not in here. You know, so it's easy to say I like everybody in the room right now.
Cecil is threatening everyone. He said, everyone on here is living on borrowed time, nuclear war. I'm starting with Kenneth. Wow.
Well, there you go.
See
what I mean? I mean, Cecil is a monster. He is absolutely a monster.
That's the Cecil I love. You know, it's, you know, just it can't be that tonight.
You love that Cecil? You don't.
Yeah,
really
the
like
evil one, you know, wants to kill everybody.
Yeah, I like it too. Cecil, end your show and get in here. Stop
get in
it.
here.
Give me a break.
What's Kelsey doing anyways? He's half asleep.
Are they all drunk or like what exactly? You know what's?
Well, they're probably I don't know how drunk because I only popped in there for 30 minutes, but yeah, they're all drinking and they're having a good time. I don't want to ruin their good time. So.
I don't either, not at all. All right, so here's what I wanted to say. First of all, congratulations to the great Donald DeLay for getting out his book Brutus the Badass. Now, I just received this. Let me show it to you solo here. Let me solo layout. I just received this. Look at these colors, by the way. You know, when I first saw this, I didn't know who Kelsey Shannon was. Kelsey was doing some book called like a Jungle Comics or something like that for ComicsGate, and I thought it was good. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but it was like Kelsey's kind of loose style. And then all of a sudden, like this came out, and it was like Donald's pencils and Kelsey's colors, and I went, "Holy shit!" Like, look at the arms. Look at the. I've never seen colors like this before. I mean, it truly is amazing, and I do mean that. On the inside of the book, by the way, it's a filthy, dirty book. You know, it is. Nice. It is. I mean,
Well, that's Donald's kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't show this to your kids. I don't get paid enough for this bullshit. This is Nasser Rabadi right here. This is basically Nasser in this scenario. Co-plot by Nasser, Donald DeLay, colored by Tio Gonzalez, lettered by Eric Weathers. Hey, Eric, did you forget the T there on don't?
I just, I copy paste. If they don't have an editor, that's not my job.
I guess you're right. Look at this. Dedicated to all these people, and then a very special thanks to Ethan Van Sciver for his guidance and support. I think I told him to go fuck himself every single day. Was that like guidance and support?
Yeah, well, it got him to get it done.
Yeah, it did, and I have it in my hands. Look at you. Eric Weathers has a whole stack of them. Are those variant covers? What are those?
Well, there's the variant. There's the Willis variant, which was this one right here. There's that.
Oh, look at that! How come I didn't get that one?
This is Donald blessed me with a box of comps for working on the book. So
that's nice. I've never sent you any comps, have I?
No, not at all. I mean, not that I'm keeping track. But I mean, I've got like a whole bookshelf of Graveyard Shift right here. I mean, just like 25 copies.
I never even thought about sending anyone comps. I've got these trading cards by Kenneth. I never sent him any. I feel irresponsible. Kenneth, I want to issue an apology to you.
Don't worry. We're fine.
I'll get those. No, Kenneth, it's okay that you're angry. I will get those cards in the mail to you. I understand your fury. You feel resentment. You feel like you were used. You feel like you were exploited. I was listening to Dave Johnson, who was talking about having co-created Ben 10. You ever see Ben 10?
Familiar with it.
I know what it is. Yeah.
All right. Well, Dave Johnson co-created it. And then he said he went to Hasbro and said, send me some of those toys I co-created. And they said, why don't you just go to Target and buy some? And he was devastated by that. He's like, they're pretty easy to find. They're at your local Target. In other words, GFY, go. That stands for go yourself.
I hear that.
Yeah. That's not what I'm saying to Kenneth at all. And that's what I don't want Kenneth to think that. Shane Davis also did a trading card. Didn't receive one. Didn't receive any comps.
You need to sign up for Patreon to get my own card.
Well, if it's not in the contract, it's not necessary to that happen. I understand that part.
That's true. I did not make you guys any promises to send you things. Now, the worst is 3D Robin, who was like, this toy that I designed for Ethan, I haven't received one. Yeah.
I saw that one time I met my dad. He said to me, he's like, I never made you any promises, so I never let you down. I was like, you got a point.
That is true. Yeah, your dad never promised you anything. Now, on the other hand, one person has promised us something. We've been following this very carefully for the past few days. Liam Gray.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he promised to build us a studio. Promised us a bigger and better Conquest Comics. This is his new video. This is part 4. Eric Weathers, have you been following this?
I have not. It was brought up to me earlier this evening. And they were surprised I hadn't seen it. So this is brand new to me.
Okay, yeah. Somebody sent this to me. Now, yesterday he had part 3, or it was 2 days ago, part 3, and he had floor, but it had rained, and he had a tin roof up, but I think that was temporary. The whole thing seemed to be kind of at a slant, but that could have just been the camera angle. We don't really know.
It's still in a slant. You can see the fence going downhill, and it's weird, or it's just a weird fence, and maybe the trailer is off a little bit too. I'm not sure.
Well, let's watch the video because this is I was really impressed by the door. The door is up already, so let's take a look at this. Yeah.
Hey guys, my name's Liam Gray. I'm the creator of Xenotype. I'm the founder of Conquest Comics. I sell comic books and comic book accessories, and this is my little project. This is the Conquest Studio. I made a fair amount of progress today, which is pretty cool. Despite rain and shine, we had both today. We had sun showers all day, but
that door really is impressive. Hold on a second. That door looks like it belongs on the front of a suburban home.
Well, he didn't. To be fair, he didn't build the door.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's store bought.
Yeah.
Look, it's going to look sharp when he's all done.
Yeah, they come pre-hung and everything. So
look, I used to do some drywall and stuff. I've never actually built a foundation and all that stuff. I mean, I would just do a little Home Depot work or whatever. But the door, wouldn't that go on kind of last?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to. All right.
Yeah.
I think so.
What I noticed in the video was the chair. It's like he's already moving in. Like, did he say it was raining all day? Like that chair's getting wet. It's probably not meant to get wet.
Yeah. There's a lot of just stuff around. But I gotta say, I paused this at an opportune time because, like, I'm not sure if he's fucking with us. Like,
He's gotta be.
Look at his face here.
Yeah.
He's fucking with us, right? This is a long way to go for a practical. It's just a long way to go for a practical joke. It's like, I'm having them on.
He's got us talking about him and his studio. I mean, this is going to be huge for Conquest Comics.
It's the Streisand effect.
All right. Well, I mean, okay. All right. Let's watch a little bit more of this. I mean, if so, good for him because it is funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Both today. We had sun showers all day, but you can see here that I've reinforced the sides just up here. I built in the corners. I built in.
When I called this a tree house, I wasn't sure that I was right. When I said this was going to be a tree house, I wasn't sure. I was like, yeah, but maybe he'll he might just build a nice prefab looking.
Sure.
Yeah, like it's a tree house, right? I mean, it is a tree house.
He called it a tree house in the first video, didn't he?
No, I did. I don't.
Oh no, I think he called it a tree house in the heading of the first video. I thought, and like the thumbnail.
It's not in a tree though. How can it be a tree house?
There's a tree.
It's made from trees.
I have trees around my house. That doesn't make it a tree house though.
That's a bonsai tree.
What is this? Is this a roll of carpeting or is this like what is that?
That's insulation.
That's insulation there?
I think that's insulation.
It's premature, isn't it? And do you want to put that on the floor right now when it's raining out?
Look, I'm pretty sure you put because you don't want insulation to get wet. I mean, look, I haven't built shit in forever, but I'm pretty sure you put the walls up, then the insulation, then the electrical, right? You run the electrical, then insulation, then sheetrock.
Nonsense. Look, it's better to be tripping over this shit the whole way through. You know?
That way you know where everything is when you're building it. Yeah.
Right.
Where is it? Oh, it was under my feet the whole time I was putting this wall together.
You know what? If gorillas are going to live in this, it's pretty good. Like if that tree is going to have a tire swing hanging from it and a large mountain gorilla, then this is pretty good. So I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, let's look a little more of this.
We've got some studs up here. Let's get closer. So we put in these studs for reinforcement. The most obvious feature is that we've got the door in there. It needs to be cleaned up a bit still, but there she is. That's that. And I've got all the material.
It's a girl door
in here now for.
I like it. There's going to be a doorbell there, right? Because this is the kind of door where there's a ding dong, and then you know your wife she's putting her earrings in, and she's like, "Oh, hello, you're early. Come on in." And she's got canapes out.
That's the next thing to go up is a doorbell.
Now,
like, I mean,
aren't you? No, I don't. I'm not a house builder. Never really got into building homes, but as I recall, like, isn't it easier, like a lot easier, to actually build the walls on the ground first, like put all your stud work in, and then raise the wall with the studs?
What they do?
I mean, what is it? Is he like toenailing these new studs in?
I don't know. I mean, I've watched. I don't know anything about construction. To be fair, I would never try to build something like this because I'm not crazy. But I have watched homes go up in my neighborhood, and generally they look kind of like this. You start with a nice construction of beams, and then slowly it starts to come together. I don't know if they build the walls and then pull them together like an Amish barn raising, but maybe that's what happens. I don't know.
No, it's not like it's not that heavy. It's actually pretty light. You get a few people on there, you just prop the wall right up, and then you just secure the wall and bring the rest of the walls up and bring them all together. And
I would start with the dog house first, and then if that dog lived, then I would work on building.
What do I know? I love this. I am so into this. Liam is an entertainer.
Yeah,
like he totally is an entertainer. You could say what you want about him, but this stuff is funny as hell. All right, here we go.
For us to get going tomorrow, so that I can just sort of start bringing this stuff up and build the.
What is this right here? What's going on here?
That's a chop saw.
A chop saw. He's got a couple of chairs.
Pull the thing down.
Oh,
that may not be the technical name, but what do I know? I letter comic books.
What is he doing? Is he using these two chairs to rest beams on in order to cut them?
Yeah, those are his sawhorses. His Australian sawhorses.
Oh my god!
What's over here in this bucket? I want to know what everything is.
That's that's the bathroom. That's the toilet. It's got
Lord
windows.
Crackhead 33 says, "I built dozens of houses. This is all wrong."
Yeah. I'm still concerned about that backing back there behind the chair. That's like aluminum siding already going up.
Yeah, that's the last thing that goes up, right?
Yeah, no plywood on the outside.
Right.
I mean, lumber prices are outrageous right now because of COVID and all that. So
he's beating the man.
Yeah, maybe this is all kit bashed from, I don't know, the neighbor's house or something.
Could be.
Could be.
I'd want Liam. I would want to be Liam's friend if it were 1931 in America and he was building Hoovervilles. Like if you were building like Liam would, this looks like a Hooverville Kit Bash home right in the middle of Central Park. Liam could do it. Liam would be able to put something together real quick. Be nice. Some tarp on the outside.
Do they have OSHA in Australia?
No, you just build whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
All right, let me see here.
Wall, you know, so that's where I'm at. So our windows are over there. Also,
He's got his windows already. Hold on. He's got windows.
Yeah.
So
He's got glass. These look old though.
I think he's pulling stuff down from the neighborhood.
Wait, I think that's a ladder, Ethan, what you're just pointing at.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is a ladder and
That's
these are windows.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I feel a little better now. I have confidence in him though. The way he's explaining all this, I'm like, yeah, okay.
But yeah, normally you want to build it first, then you put all your other stuff in there. You know.
Do you think Liam is like
I hope he doesn't have the baby in there already.
He said he was going to put the baby right here. So he said
far so good.
Put it
yeah,
in the
I don't
corner.
see the baby yet. Yeah. Brian O2 says, "Who is this guy?" Welcome. All right, hold on. A little more of this.
them in today, but we didn't quite get through and get enough stuff done. You can just see that I've again done more sort of reinforcements and studs up there. And that's where we are. So that's the beauty.
You know what's interesting is that last time we watched the video, the like episode 3, I said, "Hey, the walls. I mean, they don't really look like they're ready for sheetrock or anything." And I think it was John who said, "Yeah, you need to put some studs up there first."
Mm-hmm.
And today he's got studs up. He's putting more studs up. So maybe he is watching this.
They
I
have
like that.
16-inch printers?
I like that you remembered it as episode 3. This is more thrilling than Star Wars is now.
Yeah, I think so too. Welcome, Patrick. It's good to see you.
What's up? I'm upset I missed any of this. I didn't know this was happening.
Well, I mean, it is happening. This is probably the most interesting thing that's going on with ComicsGate right now. So that's not great.
I mean, I'm seeing right now that he already has his desk chair there.
Thank
Yeah, well-
you.
And there's
Thanks
no
for that.
walls.
I just want to say thanks for that. This is the most. Thanks.
No, it's been worse. Trust me. It's the fact that we're watching a treehouse get built, and this is the most interesting thing that's happening in ComicsGate.
Yeah,
That's a good thing, and nobody's getting doxxed. Nobody's getting swatted, etc. So this is fun.
Liam saw entertainment vacuum and said, "I'll fill that hole."
I really appreciate it.
Like a wound vac.
Orange sunset of the valley. You know, I don't know if you can see it.
What a
but
great view. He's right
Thank
about
you very
that.
much. So just back it up. So here we go.
Ah. Oh.
He's like, "Back it up, bitch!" Did you hear me say? Back
Is it a bit?
up?
Yeah,
I
hold
don't know.
on.
I'm just assuming it's a short female. Look at that look of scorn he gives there. Like I said, back up.
Hold on, let me see.
Orange sunset of the valley. You know, I don't know if you can see it, but thank you very much. So just back it up. So here we go.
I saw that.
that was the "don't make me tell you fucking twice."
That was like, I'm the star of this show. Hold on a second. That was totally, I am the star of the show. The camera needs to be on me. Did you forget?
Look right there. He's holding back rage. He's like, if she don't back the fuck up.
Oh, Liam. This is the best thing Liam's ever done.
Love Liam.
Yeah.
I think he should have crowdfunded this studio though. Like I think like if he crowdfunded this and these were updates,
That's not too late. I mean, I think now's a good time to jump on.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he? Yeah, why wouldn't he do that? Like, he's got evidence. This is what it is now.
Yeah, it's a good start.
You get your name engraved on a brick.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Now that I like.
Yeah. Because it would just be a wall of Ethan Van Sciver all over
Yeah,
his
I would
wall.
buy a whole wall.
Yeah.
a mural.
He could have Odie like design what it's going to look like in the future. You know,
I don't think anybody laid this out on paper before.
Yeah, they're definitely winging it.
Just kind of go as you go, you know.
He's frontiering. What is that called? Homesteading.
Yes.
You know, it's like he's putting a stake in the ground, like the old West.
Yeah.
I mean, what have I done today? That's what I'm just, I don't know. I mean,
No, I haven't done anything as good as this.
No.
To be fair. All right, Liam. Good for you.
Thank you for tuning in.
You're welcome.
Guys, take care of yourself.
His hair's all messy, like he's working. I like this. It's the Liam Gray show.
He's probably got blisters on his palms. I mean,
if you put some like cattle in here, it would be good. You know, I don't know.
Guys, take care of yourself. This will be done in no time. It's going to be great. Electronics.
No time.
He said the electronics are going in soon.
that thing's gonna come down a lot faster than it went up. That's all I'm saying.
It needs walls. Is it just like glass sheets that are sitting in there? Like, is that what I'm seeing?
No, you need windows first. Like,
It's an open air. It's an open air platform. Like, yeah, it's got a lot of what's that? The open floor plan. Open floor plan.
Mm-hmm. Because I mean, it's from the last time I saw it, there's a lot of stuff on the ground, but there hasn't been a whole lot of construction. There's more stuff there.
Sheila Aliens is in the chat. She has doxed his clothing. Ultimate Equipment is high end, $500 per jacket streetwear. Sheila, can I assign you an assignment? Could you formally dox what he's wearing, please, and get us where we could buy it too? I would be interested in that. I would like to see it. All right, let's see here.
We could all have yellow jackets.
I would wear Ultimate Equipment.
Just like the who are those bikers? Those
the Shriners?
No, the ones that get yellow jackets. Like that's their thing. The fucking Lance Armstrong guys. Tour de France people. We could be like the Tour de France.
When you said bikers, I thought you meant like a motorcycle gang. I was like, what?
Oh, that's your problem. Yeah.
Sheila goes, ha ha ha. I made that up. I lied. Sheila, you are now blocked. Do your job, Sheila. Come on. All right.
Stay excellent to one another.
Oh, I love him. I like Liam.
He chewed her out right after.
Do you think he started yelling at his wife? Like,
yeah, like you didn't know to back up. Like, what were you gonna do? Were you just gonna film the inside the whole time and not me? There's one star here, babe.
He is a star, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'd like to see some footage from a little bit further back to kind of see how like the lay of the land, because it's tight quarters. I can't get a good idea of how it's shaped. It looks like it's like right up against his house.
Is that his house? There are a lot of people who are, or
his mother's house.
Yeah, like it looks like kind of a trailer a little
just
bit.
Just vacant lot.
There's some type of structure behind him, because he keeps on referencing towards it, like power and pointing towards it. And then when she was walking around that corner, she had to walk around the corner of the structure.
Yes, the floor is from that house is coming like a duck.
All right, hold on a second. Now there's let me see. Part one we should get a better view, because part one, obviously there's nothing up yet, except a dream. You know, there's nothing but a dream. God, all right, hold on a second. I like this guy. People have conflicts with Liam. I've had one or two myself, but I might have misunderstood him this whole time. All right, let me see. John, have you ever had a dream like this?
Like
this, like you've got this property.
Oh, to just build?
Yeah.
With no plan? No, I have. I built my patio, but that's a lot simpler. Like I hand dug out all the dirt, and I went down like 2 inches, and I was like 2 inches too short, and I had to do it again, and I made it the entire length of my house. I did it over a summer, but yeah, I had my construction buddies come out that knew how to do like patio pours, and yeah, we poured my whole patio. It's big, beautiful. It's like 6 years old now, and still hasn't cracked or buckled. I mean, it's like done like, badass.
We should go there and help him.
Yeah, look, we can get him. I can definitely help on the patio end. Like we'll get those stamped It'll be a stamped patio. It'll have nice little, looks like it's all stone. Like that's what I got.
Eric, will you come help?
Absolutely. You know, a few years ago, I helped my dad finish the basement. I think I could roll my sleeves up and put some drywall up, put some insulation in.
Let's make this happen. Let's build Conquest Comics. You go, where is ComicsGate going? What is the point of ComicsGate?
Construction.
Construction.
Yep. Construction gate.
Building a shed.
Just like the mob.
I love it.
Who goes into the foundation is the question.
Oh, yeah.
Who disappears?
Odie?
Who's in Australia that we want gone?
Almost
well, there's three of them.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
There's three of them.
There's three. There's Liam, there's Bancroft, and there's Rob Arnold.
They can stay. They can stay.
Have you seen Rob Arnold lately?
He gets wild. He's a wild.
Why?
man.
What happened? What happened to Rob Arnold?
I haven't heard from him. That's not,
Yeah, he's around. He's been doing streams. Him and Bancroft are doing a new one.
Right,
I just want to point out, like, the way that the shadow is hitting him is kind of saying that there's a structure that's kind of right behind our back left. If you look at the way the shadow's hitting the poles and the trees, so there's some type of structure behind us.
Are you saying he's hiding it from us?
Actually, it's already built, and he's just gonna be like, ta-da!
No,
and
I think. I see what you're saying. No, I think
it just parks it in place.
Well, but I'm just curious where this is at.
All right, let's watch
Hey
a
guys,
little bit
my
of
name's
this.
Liam Gray, Conquest Comics, and so this is why I haven't been on the internet. This is what's been going on.
Fucking
So
A.
yesterday, felled these so that we had to clear the area for the where I'm going to be putting up the studio. Right, this is going to be the Conquest Studio.
Right.
And I had to cut all those trees off the jacaranda. We put them down there. We dug 6 holes out. Each one's about 3.5 feet deep for the foundation.
See right here, you can see off to the corner. There is a structure there. There is a home.
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
I wish he would send us like the address or something so we could Google and get a nice aerial lay of the land. We want to understand, what's going on.
Yeah.
Liam, give us a 3-dimensional view. Like he helped us out, I think, on that last video. Like he was trying to show a little bit more of it. But Liam, pull back. Let us understand the lot, the dimensions, what you're working with. Where are all your tools and equipment? Where are you parking this stuff at? Is it strategic?
I think we've learned that nothing's strategic about it. But this looks like a backyard. He's he's doing this little she shack, as they call it.
But how? But I'm thinking like the depth of this lot, though. We see where it ends there, and there's clearly a trailer, so it doesn't look like the lot would be long enough to actually be fitting. Like if we're looking at this back corner, if that's the back of, say, his home or trailer, how small is his home in comparison to the length of that trailer?
Oh, I see what you're saying. It could be like a little doorway out, like a little foyer.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
But what if he's doing that? It doesn't look like he's doing that. It doesn't look like this is attached to a larger home. It looks like it's an independent standing structure behind his home.
Yeah, but send us an aerial, Liam. You don't have to give us your address. Just send us an aerial of the Google Earth so we can just see what you're working with.
Some drone footage would be good.
Drone footage would be really good.
Yeah.
Preferably if he's flying the drone.
And just for the just for the crowdfunder, it'd be good just to have some drone footage.
Yeah, if he does,
it's good to have in the video for sure.
Yeah, it's good B footage.
Yeah, with some inspirational music in the background.
Or maybe even like a time lapse of something being built. Even if it's just the outhouse being built. Something being built is always good for B-roll.
Outhouse.
I'm thinking about the crowdfunder. I'm thinking ahead already.
Okay.
Because you can see we're on a bit of a slope here, right?
Yeah,
a bit.
No, that's what somebody was saying before. There, it was at a slope, but it seemed like he was compensating the other way. Like this slope looks like it's going downhill from Liam, and the slope that the actual structure is on looks like it's going the other way. So it's like he might have compensated too far.
You just need a level. That's all you need.
Yeah. When I first saw it, it reminded me of when some friends of mine bought some plywood from Home Depot. This is like in 5th grade, and we tried to build a skateboard ramp in our backyard. Yeah. And it looked very similar to the beginning of this, just with the just kind of figuring it out. And that's why that's why I kind of second guessed this at first. But now that I know where it's going, it's like I look at these beginning videos with a whole new light.
Yeah, it's impressive.
So if you have a look over there, you can see that's the dirt.
Oh, look at that.
That's like a grill or something. What is that?
Yeah,
Compost bin.
Compost bin. Okay.
That's a compost bin?
Yeah, that black thing by the tree.
What's in the air? Is that a bucket hanging off?
That's a clothesline.
Clothesline, yeah.
So that's like some.
So that's
type of
probably a little
residency.
basket that has a little clothespins in it.
What the hell is going on? This looks like a gorilla exhibit at a zoo. What is going on?
I think he cut down the limb off of that tree because it was in the way of his studio.
In the way of his
dreams.
He
did. It's piled up in the corner opposite of this. The limbs are piled up. We saw that earlier.
Well, see now he's getting away from the tree house because this thing was supposed to merge with the tree to be a tree house, right? I mean, he could have had the limb go through the window. I mean,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, well, now we know what's on the other side of that fence. So there's another layer of trailers or manufactured homes on the other side. So yeah, it all keeps going down. All right.
He's on like a hill. He's on a mountain because those. Yeah. All right.
Maybe he's not in Australia. Maybe this is Kelsey Shannon's neighborhood.
It doesn't look like that. It looks more like South America. Like it looks like the houses are up in mountains, like a little bit. They're tropical and in mountains. It does remind me of Jurassic Park or some kind of like exhibit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That we excavated, right? And over there is is all the clay that I had to dig out.
See, there's the branches in the corner.
Right? It's like digging through like gook. It's the worst. These 6 foundations.
See that shadow? Look at that shadow on the ground. There's something behind us.
Yeah, I think it's his home. I think I think this is in his backyard. That's the impression that I got. This isn't like a plot of land that he purchased. I think he's just making good use of his land. You know,
he's building his cottage.
Well, yeah, he's like building like a mother-in-law suite for himself.
With a sweet gaming chair.
Yeah. Going to be drying over the next 5 or so days. We built in this retaining wall. Well, I put this here to basically stop the flow of water coming through.
I don't know if that's going to work.
Again, because we're building off the shed, you know.
There we go.
Building off the shed. So it's a shed.
Oh, that is that's a shed.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say that's very narrow. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I just really wouldn't need to know the size of this a lot, man. Because look, that's the end of the trailer right there, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's connected now because that post is like only 2 feet from the. Yeah. Now it looks like he's connecting the Conquest Studios to the back of what he's calling his shed.
Have you ever look? I've lived in the South. Like, have you ever seen like somebody has a trailer and then they just build off of the trailer?
Yeah,
and then they'll just move in another trailer and they just start. It's kind of like those hamster tubes. You just start getting connectors, and it grows. You just build off of it.
Does anybody want to send Bancroft the link? People are saying send Bancroft the link. I don't know if he's even awake or anything like that.
Be.
I don't know if he wants to come in here and explain this. People are calling this bogan behavior, which I think is. I think that's a slang word for Australian, and
it's Australian hillbillies. Yeah, it's like a redneck for Australia. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
You want? I can send him the link if you want me to.
I just sent it to him.
All right, send him the link, and we'll see what he says about this. I would like to know.
He can explain it. He can be our translator.
Yeah. All right.
Interpret this. What is happening?
It's just like that. This is called behavior.
Somebody in the chat says it's Hamster Island. I don't know if that's right.
Oh my God! All right.
I just want to sort of avoid the sort of overflow. In here is going to be cleared off. You can already see down here. I've started to clear the grass off. That's what I'm going to be doing the arbor. I'm just waiting for the sun to head off. When I dig this out,
building things at night is not what you want to do. I mean, you need daylight to work. Why is he waiting for the sun to?
It's getting too dry. I don't know.
Is he building this in the dark? I mean, that's not smart.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on, can you back it up just a couple seconds? I want to hear why he's going to dig more.
All right, hold on. I like when he points at things.
This sort of overflow. In here is going to be cleared off. You can already see down here, I've started to clear the grass off. That's, what I'm going to be doing the arbor. I'm just waiting for the sun to head off. I'm going to dig this out.
Oh, because it's going to be hot. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
He's just going to take that topsoil off, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't want grass to grow under his shed or extension studio.
Why would it? Why would it grow under? Oh, because
no idea. I don't know.
It's going to be up on stilts.
No, I mean, didn't he say he was pouring a foundation? Maybe I misheard.
No, I think he poured. You put those like 4x4s, whatever, in the ground, and then you pour concrete around them, or you can you can buy things at like Home Depot where you set the pillars in the ground, and then you set 4x4s on top. So I think that's what he's done.
Welcome, Michael Bancroft.
Thank you for having me,
Michael.
No, you're appreciated. We're all addicted to the videos that Liam is making when he's building Conquest Studios. Now, I don't know if you know this, if you're aware of this, but let me fill you in.
I am.
And the rest of the audience. Now, Liam has a comic book publishing company called Conquest Studios. He's decided that he needs a little more elbow room, so he is building a studio. He's been working on this for about a week or two now. He's been posting videos. There are 4 in total. And it's fun to watch him build this. It's confusing. People who do construction have some questions. Somebody called this, now I could be pronouncing this wrong, bogan behavior. What is a bogan? What does that mean?
There's no fully accurate translation in the States, we've found out, because I've been selling the whole bogan thing for months now, but I guess the closest you could get is like a hillbilly. But like bogan can be very affectionate. Like I call my chat the bogan Discord. So we love the bogans, but it can mean doing things cheaply. So like you can that's like a bogan car or something, or that's like a bogan fix on your car is just instead of fixing your window, you just tape cardboard to it.
Yeah, redneck. Yeah,
So
it's still the same.
So Liam is indulging in bogan behavior because he's building a house on the cheap. It looks like.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually pretty impressed with this. I've been watching.
Oh no, we are
all the CG.
Yeah, by bogan standards, right?
Yeah.
It looks like. I mean, he had a problem. We all deal with it. Those of us who have kids and stream. He's got a baby on the way. You don't want the screaming and everything interfering with whatever you're doing.
Screaming of children.
No, he's putting the kid in the office. He's already said this.
Now hold on, Michael. You're not following this. You're making it sound like you're
from
following
a cottage,
this.
So,
do you really? Are you in a cottage right now?
I'm in a cottage right now.
Oh, so is this like something that like a traditional Australian man will do, like as a rite of passage? Like at a certain age, he builds a shed for himself in the back.
I build a shed. Nothing like this though. Mine was flat packed, so it came. All I had to do was assemble it like a really. It took me 3 days, but like a bit of a high end IKEA job or something. This looks like a custom job. That I wouldn't do this. But if Liam
is there a door that we can see in your backyard or anything like that? Can we see your cottage? Is there a way you can take your camera
show what's
out
going
there?
on outside?
Oh, outside.
It's very small. I see what you mean. It's small in there.
It's very
This
small.
is interesting.
Like
this is something that you guys do.
Lego and
What's your ceiling look like?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
It looks good.
Like this is a proper job, but this is all like
I thought that was a room in your house. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean it acts pretty much just like a room. But
do you have AC in there then?
No, but I'm getting that for this upcoming summer because I was dying in here this summer. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But outside, it's daylight outside.
Uh-huh.
But I've got I have to keep I've got like thick blinds so that the light doesn't get in.
Australians, man, they got it bad. Is there like anywhere we can donate to help Australians out?
You guys are laughing at his backyard like it was. What did you call it, Ethan? Like a gorilla exhibit?
It looks like a gorilla exhibit.
This is this is a typical Australian backyard. Although he does live I believe in what he said. He lives in a valley, so the hill goes down into the valley, so that's why it looks kind of how it does. But that backyard with the hills hoist, which is that special rotating clothesline, every Australian backyard has that.
It's not the backyard, it's the tree that's been cut, and then the pen that's being built with the aluminum siding around it looks like somebody should be in there feeding gorillas bananas. That's what it looks like. It looks like a zoo.
At the moment it does. At the moment, yes, I agree.
The moment.
But he started with those 6 foundational beams, and now look what he's got. So again, I'm saying I couldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Look,
I would have the expertise.
It makes perfect sense though when you look at the history of Australia. These are descendants of criminals from England that were all forced onto this island, and then they what do you do when you get thrown onto an island? You just start grabbing things and like, how do I put this together and make a hut and make a house? Like it's been carried over for generations now. Yeah. No one bothered to learn to build anything. They wing it.
I do hope that he is either a qualified electrician or he hires someone.
Who cares?
I really do hope that.
I just hope he films it. I don't, whatever he wants to do.
Very entertaining videos. I'll give him that.
I support him in this. I think he's found his wheelhouse. All right. So, Michael, will you hang out and comment and give comments on this? All right. We're going to watch all 4 of the videos. They're short. They're only like a minute 30 each. And you'll be able to see the whole evolution of this. And we're not going to start over from I don't want to put people through this, but here's Liam here. And he's ready to go. All right, here we go.
Basically some sand to stop the water from coming up. And then over the top of that, some bricks, right? So this whole area...
Michael, did you have to do this? Did you? I mean,
no, not at all. This is a whole nother level.
What do you mean by that?
The holes. There are different levels.
I must have misspoken. I didn't build this cottage. I built another shed. I've got 3 sheds.
What?
So this cottage was
sense.
like proper built cottage by people who know what they're doing.
What do you do in your other sheds?
Oh, they're just they
they
house redback spiders and stuff. Just whatever doesn't fit in the house goes in the sheds, essentially. And there's a tool shed and stuff like that. I didn't. When I put up my shed, it was literally it comes. You put it together. You rivet the shed together, and it stands there, and it sorts itself out. This is again.
I don't have any sheds, so
they're a big project.
On the side will be where I put my books, where they're stored. It'll be sort of closed off away from the environment before I send them to you guys.
That's he doesn't have enough space for books. I'll tell you that right now.
I think he does.
No, he does.
Have you seen? Seen how big thick Xenotype is? It's like a phone book. Half a dozen of those things will take up
a whole.
He's not going to make that. He's not going to make that mistake twice.
Look, I hate to bring this up, but like he did something super manly there. He just like clapped his hands together and dust came out. I mean, hard day's work.
I'm
special effects. It was added in post.
It was CGI. No, I like this version of Liam. This is Bob the Builder, Liam, and he's get her done, Liam. I dig
Bob
it.
Vila of ComicsGate.
Yes. I like this better than I like the suit and tie Liam. Like he should only do videos like this.
Yeah. Well, at one time he showed up on a stream like a jacket. He just seemed relaxed and Liam, just be you, man.
This is it. This is who he really is. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Let's see what else. So Monday. No, not Monday. Thursday. This should be hard enough that I should be able to put the flooring in. And then the next part is the walls. I'll give you a bit of a look at what's going on with that if anyone's interested, but I don't know if you are. We're going to clear out the
he's working.
Mm-hmm.
Probably after we do the flooring, because that's what we're up to. And that's where I've been. That's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for watching. It was great. If you've got any questions,
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And
Pleasure's all on this side of the table.
Look at that. Look at that confident man. That's Australia right there.
Pretty much all of my friends have done their backyards. You know, they do patios, they level things out, they put up sheds or whatever. This is an Australian thing to do.
I need to take notes because I have to do my backyard. I should be taking notes for sure.
For real.
There's no level ground, so I got to figure out how to do that. I got to cut a bunch of trees down. It's going to be a big job.
Yeah, I will say that, you know, if Liam is going to do as many books as he says he's going to do, though, and this is, this is just something I'm finding out, he's going to need 4 times as much space to store the pallets, you know, of books, the crates of books. He's like, they're going to go here in the corner. My kid is going to go here, and my office is going to be here. It's like, yeah, pick one of those. You know, pick one of those.
Yeah, but even still, the house isn't built. There's no way to, like, you would want to actually keep the stuff as well as you can on the pallet, and then just take a box at a time as you need it, you know, to keep everything organized. So unless there's something in the other shed, you know, that's ground level, like, you know, he's going to have to disassemble and reassemble every pallet into that office, and just pain in the dick, and you're going to run out of space.
What I would say to him is I would suggest, instead of using this office as a storage space, I would use this as a meet and greet facility for Conquest Comics. So that when directors and producers are coming because they want to option
the elite.
Yeah, this is where you meet them. This is where, you know, you serve them a drink or two, and you really, you know, you give them the pitch.
Yeah, give them a drink from that lemonator.
I mean, that's what I would say. That's what I would say he should use this for. But again, all right. So here's part 2. Some progress has been made, and as you can see, here we go. What a view!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show.
I always forget how high energy this one starts off as. It kind of scares me at first.
Yeah, they're different tonalities from video to video.
I guess it all depends on when he took his medication last.
Well, medication.
Well, first one was real. And then this one starts out a little bit more like planned, you know?
He's put his showman hat on.
Yeah, it's true.
He is a showman.
Oh, he absolutely is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the view was really nice. Like I will say, you know, I don't know what's up over those trees. But as long as it's not like a sewage plant, it's a really nice view.
No, I don't know for sure, but I think he lives in rural New South Wales, which is a very nice, it's one of the nicest places in Australia you can live for.
Wait, this place?
Well, I'm not saying, I don't know about the suburb or where he is. I'm saying the region. It's very, you know, you got nice hills and it's very green. I mean, you got to remember, 99% of Australia is red desert. There's literally nothing out there. It's like Mad Max out there.
Yeah, you know how, like, when you just get into Mad Max, you don't really know how they got there. You're there at that moment in post-apocalyptic. You need fuel, right? This is how you get there. This was the
this is what
beginning,
caused the end,
the
of the
origin
world.
story.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him. I like he's wearing his baseball cap backwards this time. You know, a little bit of a bad boy, you know.
Keeps the sun off your neck.
Yes.
Creator of Xenotype, Wonder Island, Dino King, and a whole bunch of other exciting.
Has anybody seen any Wonder Island or Dino King?
I saw an image of Dino King, I think. On
Yes, Dino King.
Dino King's a really good name.
And I think I've seen a promo character of Wonder Island. It looks like very anime inspired.
All right.
Exciting things. Starshine, Spot. I could rattle off about 7 of these. Each one's going to be about 72 pages. Keeping them going, writing them, machine gun, hard effort, top quality work.
That is some downright Brent, what's his name from The Office? The lead character from the British version of The Office. Who am I thinking of?
Ricky Gervais?
Yeah,
Ricky Gervais's character in The Office. That's what that sounds like. I don't know. I've never heard him talk like that before. It's interesting.
Quality work. Speaking of top quality work,
David
here
Brent.
we go. This is my little project. Fat Nerd builds a comic book hut, right? That's what we're doing. This is going to serve as my new studio. We've relocated to a new property where the crazy people don't know where we are. At least for now, we have this lovely glorious view. Lovely glorious view looking out. We've got
Holy shit with the toucans.
Yeah,
they're
Well,
people have been
talked
talking
down
about
their
that.
home when he took down the limb. He took down the. I mean, you know, he killed their
fucking
family.
pissed.
They're complaining.
This is a thing that was a common comment on my streams when I had to stream with the windows open because it got too hot. Is the birds? People, we obviously we have a very varied, wide, different kind of birds. They're parrots. They're rainbow lorikeets you can hear in the background, and they go around in massive groups, and they're really loud.
Do they imitate voices? Will they imitate Liam?
No, they're just they're
This
they're
all
very
sounds
beautiful, but they
The
don't
white
do
ones.
anything except make noise.
Yeah, this
Isn't
all
even
sounds
Liam.
very, very racist to me.
Yeah, it's not even lame. It's just a
Loud and
mass
hang
of
out in
those
big
birds.
groups. Like, what are you talking? What are you? What's
I
the?
saw.
Yeah, what's the real story here?
Why does it sound racist?
Like he's talking about,
You think he's calling his neighbors racist names? Hold on a second.
he's talking about.
Did I hear him right? Did he say he's building a comic book
He's
hut?
talking about the blacks.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
Hold on a second.
he's acting like these birds are like blacks. He's like they're loud. They travel in large groups. Like Bancroft, we don't need that here.
Kind of like the crows in Dumbo.
Well-
That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the crows in Dumbo.
Here we go.
my little project. Fat Nerd builds a comic book hut, right?
Yeah,
See,
comic book hut.
Comic book hut. Yeah, that immediately, like, you go, oh, comic book hut,
That's what we're doing. This is going to serve as my new studio. We've relocated to a new property where the crazy people don't know where we are. At least for now, we have.
The crazy people, he means,
You.
like, his enemies on, he means, like, the Trash Compactor show. Almost certainly that's what he means.
Well,
What's
he's not
the
going to be
trash
sending us any
compactor
drone
show?
footage.
He means Testify HD. He
Oh.
means those guys.
The Etsy boys.
The Etsy boys. Yeah, he's hidden from them. Like they cannot dox his new comic book hut. He's surrounded by kookaburras.
People are trying to correct me and say they're Aborigines, John. Is that how Aborigines are? Are they loud and they travel in groups? Is there a similarity there at all, or are they, quiet people? How would you describe them?
You asking me? I have no comment on
The
that.
only
whatsoever.
guy, the only guy who's ever seen an Aboriginal in their life. Yes.
I
You
saw
know,
one.
the people
saw
you
one.
took their land and water from.
Is that true?
Those people.
It's complicated history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant history.
Not if you listen to Midnight Oil. No, let's give it back. Let's give it
Oh,
back.
I heard that song. Yeah.
It's ongoing. Yeah, it is ongoing.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not touching that one.
That's real sensitive.
Yeah.
Whose bed was burning in that song?
That was Australia.
All the white people.
White people's bed is burning, and yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have this lovely glorious view. Lovely glorious view looking out. We've got beautiful wildlife in the form of screaming parrots.
It'd be great if one of them just swept it.
They do that. Well, the magpies do that, not the parrots, but the magpies. Yeah, they'll attack you.
He clearly feels intimidated by them.
He has good reason to.
Yes.
But that's why we're going to have insulation in the house. You won't be able to hear any of that.
Oh my God.
You won't be able to hear any of that. Don't worry about it.
Cactus.
So
Was that a shotgun?
This is going to essentially serve as a studio for my work. Under there, we're going to layer a layer of sand. We're going to put a layer of sand. There's the neighbor's cat.
The Bobcat.
Have a layer of sand. Then we're going to concrete over the top of that.
I
with
didn't
some
notice
bricks,
that little cat.
And then seal it all off. It'll be a nice shaded area, which
He
is
came,
where I would store
he
your
came to
stuff,
help with the parrot problem.
getting printed and getting to and everything like that. Don't worry, guys.
This one is clearly filmed on a tripod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where's the
he can see, he's looking into the viewfinder. That's how he saw that cat. Whereas in the future ones, he's got a camera person.
Now hold on a second. You just pointed out something interesting because
This wide open.
in the videos that he is being filmed presumably by a woman. He's a completely different person, isn't he? He's like, hey, this is Liam. And he's like slapping his gloves together. I'm going to put some concrete down. And then in this, like suddenly he becomes kind of an eccentric, slightly effeminate clown.
He kind of does, yeah.
He's in character.
He sees himself in the viewfinder. He sees himself.
Well, he also, he's not being shamed by anyone. He's not trying to impress a female.
This is the real Liam right here.
Yeah. People saying turn up Liam's video. I can't. This is as loud as it goes. I'm sorry to say. It's up all the way. All right.
Standard of Conquest Comics, so it's virtually weatherproof and it's in boxes. Your books will be fine. Okay. So we've got that happening now.
He said that as though I had accused him of fucking up my books. He's like, your books are going to be fine, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything. I have no predisposition about how my books are going to be.
Somebody must have gave him shit.
Yeah, this is what Liam does tend to do. If he hears anyone complaining about anything, he will really take that to heart and then kind of carry that around with him. I've noticed that about Liam.
Yeah, just like when he added new studs. I said he needed more studs. What did he do? He went and added more studs.
He is paying attention. So, I mean, if you have criticism, now would be the time to give it, because he'll listen to it. He'll probably incorporate it, into his next video, his plans. Help him out, without embarrassing him. Just be like, yeah, maybe you should not wire your entire office with electricity before you put the walls in. Stuff like that, maybe just give him a few tips. I don't know. I don't build anything, but you probably hear it and pick it up. That's what I'm hoping.
Today, I had a whole bunch of lumber in the yard, and it needed to go. We couldn't. It looks like the ground was starting to get dewy and stuff like that. I didn't want to have to buy all new wood and go through all of that process again. So, cut the pillars down, brought them up, drilled them in, lifted them up, bolted them in, each one by one. Got the entire bottom layer done, and then as you can see, those pillars over there are for those pillars over there. Look, there are for essentially going to be the walls. In here are going to be the floor, right? They sort of link together like Legos, and
or a hamster.
Everything's done.
Yeah.
As I said, of course, it's going to be heavily insulated. I'll probably get the walls done as well, like it's a music studio. I've got a few guys from back in the day that'll be able to tell me how to do that exactly. So that'll be a lot of fun, like some of my old punk friends.
Some of his old punk friends are going to tell him how to, because he's got like musician friends who are going to tell him how to insulate soundproof.
He used to be a roadie. I know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
He looks like a roadie.
And we're going to get this thing up and going. It's going to look beautiful. It's going to give you guys lots of really cool, interesting stuff to look at. And more importantly, you're not going to be hearing a screaming baby whenever I'm live streaming, right?
Doesn't seem to like that baby.
Like he's anticipating the baby just screaming.
Hang on. Do you think it was a planned pregnancy? Is it safe to say it wasn't?
How didn't you know he got married?
He's got a wedding ring. You can see it right there. And that's been kind of a point of contention for me because, again, like, you're a YouTuber and you live your life kind of in public. I mean, you want to have some privacy. But for example, I would have told you if I was not married to Andrea, you would know I'm getting married to Andrea. My wedding is this weekend. Or I just got married to Andrea last weekend. I would tell you, he didn't say anything like that as far as I know.
You think maybe it was a shotgun wedding? Like, are they real conservative in Australia? Like, if he knocked up a girl without her being married, would that be bad news, Bancroft?
No, not at all. Although I do know that Liam is a Christian. So,
is he married?
I mean, I don't know. He's got a wedding ring on.
Yeah. Okay. The other question, like Liam knows. Here's the thing about babies. If you, there's a reason why you have no memories before maybe 2 years old. You know what I mean? Like you really go, hey, how come I can't remember being 6 months old? I have no memories. And the reason is because you slept. You know, babies sleep 90% of their lives. And they don't really scream as long as there's a parent there to pick them up and feed them. There shouldn't be incessant. I just want to tell Liam this as somebody who's raised a couple of kids myself. There shouldn't be incessant screaming in your home as long as there's a caretaker there, you know, who will take care of the child. Most of the time they sleep. That's great.
Hashtag family, man. When the missus is worn out and excited, I'll be able to take the bub down, and I'm gonna have a little corner area that's just for him, you know, or her, you know.
Oh, one real quick.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, he was hitting all over, who was it? Nerd Wonder way back when. Like, that wasn't too long ago, was it?
No, I don't know. I don't know when that was.
Was he married when he was saying he was really great at sex and had a lot of money, or?
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Well, I mean, when you sell it to one person, I mean, you just got to sell it to someone else.
Oh, you're saying you do that to 100 chicks and someone's going to say yes, and that one that said yeah, he married her.
I mean, what? Yeah, I assume that was a while ago. You know, I don't want to think that was recent at all.
Well, so
Monkey
here's the
Jeeva said
takeaway.
3 years ago. Oh,
But
someone else
here-
said a year and a half ago. Nobody knows.
But you're missing the takeaway. That line worked on someone. Everybody's missing the point. Being good at sex and having money did work on somebody out there.
Works on everybody. It just depends on who it is that's saying that. By the way, yeah, like I would love to have Liam on. If anybody wants to send him the link and he wants to join up.
Yay.
People are saying have Liam on. I assume Liam said he wanted to come to New Jersey and punch me in the face. So, you know, I didn't even dare ask.
What?
But
No.
He said he had business in New Jersey. I mean,
yeah.
Like
yeah.
business or
He meant business.
Oh.
He meant it in the Jersey sense, not in the Australian
business.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, got business.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
I mean, if
get
he
in
wants, yeah, like, look, come in here and explain all this with a lot of questions, tons of questions.
Well Hung and Dong said Liam has never hit on me. To his credit, you know.
That's good.
He's never hit on me either. I'll give him
Well,
that.
I mean, I'm not sure I can say the same thing.
Where I can
Oh,
stay and look after the kid so that she can get some sleep, and it'll be good. That keeps us it keeps work and business aside. Means that I won't have to worry about any kids running in.
Jesus.
You know,
Plural? Pointed at Rob.
He's very annoyed.
You could leave your wife and your family and you won't have to worry about that either. I mean,
but they don't come out running. I mean, it takes time before they can run, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's
plural?
making long-term plans here.
Does he have kids now, or is it just his first?
I know that I don't know if this is the same place where he was at, but you know, he's always had these you know, I guess they're like kids hanging around in the neighborhood, and they all just sort of hang around.
Blacks.
So, well, again, I didn't say that, but I don't know if this is the same place. So,
yeah, I love this idea that he's going through all this trouble to avoid his child that's coming. It's like,
Wait, hang on. Is this a midlife crisis? I mean, I think I had one, but I'm not sure. But maybe I didn't know.
Midlife crisis or a kid?
Both, maybe.
Okay.
It's compound. I don't know.
I don't know. All I'm saying here is he had a problem, and he's finding a solution. I'm
Look,
I'm
we're all
behind this.
jealous. I mean, you know, we wish we had the ambition to do what he's doing. We
Yeah.
appreciate that aspect of it. You know, we're gonna laugh at him just because it's not us doing it.
yeah, I'm not really laughing at what he's doing necessarily. I'm just, I'm fascinated by it. And I have many questions, many questions that I wish would get answered. And if he, again, ask Liam, see if he wants to come in here. Everybody will be respectful of him, and we will go through these videos together.
Did anyone send him a link? You want me to send him a link?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll send him a
absolutely.
link. All right.
All right, here we go.
It's only 5 p.m. in Australia.
Oh, cool. Perfect time.
Right? So that's what's going on.
Oh, my God, what he just said was amazing. Hold on a second. He's talking about theoretically his kid running in. Hold on.
But that keeps us it keeps work and business aside. Means that I won't have to worry about any kids running in, you know, and messing up and appearing on the stream and then having their lives destroyed. Right?
Jesus Christ. You know what? It really is a perilous thing to be a YouTuber. Your kid appears on a stream and then their life is destroyed. Why would you do that? Why would you even be a YouTuber if that's what you believed, if that's what you felt? You're living on this precipice where your life would be destroyed.
It's intense.
It is. I didn't realize that. That's. Whew.
So that's what's going on.
Mr. Dong said, "Dox that toddler."
It's been a busy day. It's been a busy day.
Oh.
So Wonder Island's nearly ready to launch too.
Oh.
We've got colors that are happening. We're using this exciting Copic style by Lidl, right? So it's really cool. It looks like retro, old school manga and anime, early Dragon Ball stuff. That's what we're looking for here. And it really brings sort of an extra level. Akira did a little bit of it too, I just love the Copic style. Lidl has mastered that. She's getting better every day. So she's working on that. And we're just working on getting sort of the last of the concept art for the campaign done. And then we're going to be up and going, It's going to be happening.
Is the campaign up now? Has he launched the campaign?
I don't think so.
Don't think so, no.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting
Not
for
aware
that
of it.
campaign to launch. I'm waiting for John. I'm waiting for your campaign to launch. Everybody's fucking around. It's like
No. As soon as we wrap Graveyard Shift, the variant campaign, which ends Saturday night, by the way, everybody. So if you haven't back, please do. We're gonna take just a couple, or no, we'll probably take a few weeks and just to build up for the mailing list for Project Thunder, and then we're gonna launch that. So as soon as we'll be in the middle of fulfilling. As soon as we start fulfilling, which is what I promised to do. As soon as we start the actual fulfillment, we'll go live.
Now, what is this? Liam says he's Christian. He's actually a Mormon. I saw him do a video where he said something about his 8 Mormon wives. That doesn't seem like something a Mormon would say. People said, let's see. That's why Ethan gets nervous when Hunter comes in. No, here's the thing about that. Hunter comes in and I can't be my persona with my son in the room. I'm entirely a different person around my son than I am on YouTube. I'm like, I can't be human Sunbeam when you're here, son. You got to go. All right. Anyway, but no, I mean, you've all met Hunter and all that stuff. It's perfectly okay.
That's a big thanks to you guys. Now I'm thinking about maybe if we do well enough here, I might if I've got the time, I'm not too flat out. I'm thinking that I might have like a nice little slab that I get professionally ornated, engraved or something like that for people that have been big supporters, guys like William.
See?
I know
He should have crowdfunded. Engraved bricks.
your support. I appreciate it. I'm thinking about immortalizing your name in the side of the Conquest Studio, along with anyone else who sort of
I would totally support this. I would totally support a crowdfund to build this. This would be a blast. Because Liam doesn't have a budget for this. What if he had $100,000?
A hot tub.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What if Liam had $150,000 to spend building this shed? Now there is no limit to how fun, but I mean, he had to make videos. Like he would have, like we want to see every aspect of this money get spent.
With professionals doing the work.
Yeah,
no,
he's gonna bring. Okay.
I want Liam to do it. People are saying no, it's funnier when he's not, when he has no budget. Well, it's another. I want to see it. I want to see it happen both ways. I want to see no budget. I want to see a lot of budget.
How far does 100 USD go in Australia, Bancroft? 100,000.
It's about I think about $130, $140 or something. So Australia's really expensive. It is one of the most expensive places on earth to live. So
I think that's true.
Huge amounts.
You know what's cheap as hell is South Africa. I mean, it's ridiculous. I went to South Africa.
Blacks.
And I'll no, it's not. It's all white people there. But I went to South Africa and I took everybody out to dinner. It was like a comic convention. We all went out to dinner, had steaks, and I got the bill, and it was literally $47 US, $47 US for dinner for everybody, for like 6 people. I couldn't believe it. I thought they were pulling my leg.
Out has been a big contributor to the.
I mean, say what you want about apartheid, but you know it. You know,
cheap meal is a cheap meal.
Yeah.
To the efforts here in Australia, it's not like America. We don't have big companies to help us sort of form to write comic books to sort of make a living. There's no Marvel, there's no DC. If you want to do it, you got to pick up your roots and you got to haul butt to the US and you got to roll the dice. That ain't the way that I want to be. I want Australians to be able to put their stuff out there. I know that there's a market here. We have a bunch of talented people.
Isn't there a girl that worked at DC like years ago from Australia?
Yeah, Nikati, and somebody in the chat put it, Anna something. Nikota, yeah. But she was also a model at one point in time. So
I met her in the Australia, Melbourne.
No, I'm pretty sure Australians have the internet. You don't have to uproot and come to the United States to work anywhere.
She drew Wonder Woman, I think.
You guys have internet down there, right, Bancroft?
Some of us do.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not that great.
You got Chris Barton, you know, you got I keep calling him James Dean, but his name's Dean James. We got a whole bunch of of course, Kemosabe, right? Arguably one of the most skilled and insightful comic book reviewers on YouTube, period. Right?
Never heard of him.
Very talented man, very insightful man.
It's Lee Byron Carver of Company Man.
Has he said my name yet?
He didn't mention you.
Oh.
How's your Australian accent, John?
He's only talking about
pretty good. I learned everything from Crocodile Dundee. Like every
how come he didn't say your name, Michael?
I think he did at the start.
Are you guys feuding? Is there an Australian feud, or
how much do you hate Liam Gray, Michael?
I don't hate Liam Gray at all. I Liam Gray's. I mean, I know him well enough. I mean, he's
a lot of stammering there. A lot of
yeah.
You know.
I mean, I know him as much as I know a lot of guys in ComicsGate through streaming and internet. But no, I don't hate Liam at all.
They're on an island together. Let's not.
We have to live together on this island. All right.
Yeah.
There's no. I don't think there's any feud going on in Australia, but some guys want to do like an Australian ComicsGate thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's CG UK.
Yeah,
and they want to do CGAU, and
yeah,
I'm not. I'm not really.
That's just what we figured
with that.
That's what the Brogans were.
The Bogans.
Yeah, no, Bogans.
Like that's like the bro version of a Bogan.
There you go, Brogans.
Yeah, that's a new word. Yeah, I don't know. I just think like it's ComicsGate is ComicsGate. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, sort of thing. That's my philosophy.
Here.
It only matters where you're at in your heart.
That's right.
Exactly. It's the friends you make along the way.
Yeah. All right.
He currently is running a book called The Company Man, if you haven't checked that out yet. But I believe that guys like that, and there are even more that are out there that have tremendous talent, and we can succeed. So what we're doing now here is we're laying the groundwork. In addition to building this, I've made excellent distribution deals that are cut down lower than anyone else.
Whoa! What does anybody know about this? What kind of distribution deals is Liam making?
Look, I tell you, I feel like I spearheaded this. If he's going the route I've created, which is human trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah, human traffic your books into other countries across these borders, and you don't have to pay all that money.
No, guys, you missed it. It's
coyotes?
No, parrots.
Yeah, coyotes.
Parrots.
Yeah.
No, the parrots are going to be. And some people copyright carrier pigeons. He's got carrier parrots. He's ahead of it.
They can carry more because they're bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they just tell you the message.
If I were going to draw like an inspirational image of Liam Gray, it would be this right here.
Good
he's got that wrestling promoter vibe going on right now. Like he's hyping up his wrestler that he's brought on. He's like the pallbearer to the Undertaker right now.
He's not the Undertaker. He's the Overtaker.
Oh,
he's the Overtaker. He's going to overtake comics.
That's right.
Anyone else I can find doing this whole comic book thing, right? So we're going to be able to get cheaper shipping to everyone, which is going to help us bring down the cost of our books. I've just got to see if anyone wants to partner up with me to benefit from it. If you do, send me a message. Let me know, because I am a builder.
Wow, that's
Definitely.
I was gonna say Bob the Builder, but
Yeah. They probably don't have that there.
do you guys have Bob the
Yeah,
Builder?
we have Bob the Builder. Yeah, yep.
What's he called over there?
Bob the Builder.
Oh, okay.
Sheep chipping. People are pointing out that he said he is a sheep chipper. He's into sheeper chipping.
Just throw them right in there.
Just throw him right in the chipper, the wood chipper.
We do have a
do
lot
that.
of sheep here. That's
animated,
true.
That animated GIF you had of the human going through the airplane turbine.
Oh my god, that was.
But it's sheep.
Yeah.
Someone needs to draw Liam as a sheep chipper.
Yeah. Liam, the sheeper chipping. All right. I like him. He said, I'm a builder. Guys, I mean, I like this attitude. I like the whole thing about, like, I'm gonna fucking do it. Fuck this.
I believe that we are the architects of tomorrow. We are the guys that are going to be making the dreams that other people are chasing. That's how we do it. I want to thank everyone, step by step, brick by brick. You guys make this possible. You drive me, you inspire me, you motivate me. I'm going to continue to put out the best work I can, and I'm going to help build this up so that, we can get this happening. I want to thank everyone. Again, my name's Liam Gray. I'm the creator of Xenotype. I'm the founder of Conquest Comics.
The founder. Wink. Oh, look at that. That is Liam's face right there. See that smirk? That's the Liam that we need. That's confidence. I like that a lot. You know what? If somebody wants to go ahead and clip this face of Liam and then make another human sunbeam of it,
Oh, no.
that would be
The
okay
ginger
with
sunbeam.
me. Wow. He looks like a sunbeam there. Liam Sunbeam. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, he's like, we are what did he say? He said, brick by brick, we are the architects of tomorrow.
Yeah. Some serious talk.
The architects of tomorrow's dreamers or something like that.
He said, we create the dreams others will be chasing.
There you go.
Hitler
very
thought he was an architect of tomorrow too.
I think Hitler, that was actually one of his phrases that he said it in Munich. He said, we're the architects of tomorrow. We dream the dreams others will chase. That's weird. I didn't put those two things together.
Yeah. He was a builder too.
Possible for two people to have the same sets of ideas.
Independently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snake Oiler said, wow, went directly to Hitler comparison. It's the internet. Where are you going to go? All right. Yeah. Liam Gray. All right. So that's part 2. And then part 3 was, I think, yesterday. This is when things started to look like Jurassic Park to me. The holding pens in Jurassic Park. Michael Bancroft is going to disagree with me strongly here about this. And that's...
Well, this is the one set in the rain, wasn't it? There was water everywhere.
Yeah. It looked like, we're battling the elements.
Yeah, down and dirty.
A little bit. All right, here we go. So...
But he's in. This is the ultimate equipment shirt. This is perhaps Liam's new look.
Okay, so I asked Sheila Aliens. First of all, Sheila's a liar. She said that she found this. This is expensive clothing. And it was $500. And I said, well, I want you to please dox it so that I could get some too. And then she said she made that up. So that sucks. But Sheila, and then I assigned her to go find it. And she said she couldn't find it. She was looking everywhere. It says Stubbies right here it says Stubbies, if that helps any, Sheila. Stubbies Ultimate Equipment.
Stubbies is a work brand.
Okay, so that should be a little bit better for Sheila. It shouldn't be hard to find this shirt. Yeah, it just shouldn't be hard at all. It should be kind of a uniform for Conquest Comics in a way. All right, here we go.
Guys, my name's Liam Gray. I'm the founder of Conquest Comics, creator of Xenotype, Wonder Island, Dino King, and a whole bunch of awesome stuff coming to you in 2021. This here is my little pet project that we've got. This is the studio,
All right, so it looks like the back of a trailer right now. It looks like a pickup truck, kind of, or a flatbed truck. He's put down the floors. There's mud and water on the floors. Is that a problem, Michael?
I'm not a builder. I don't know. You know, when I built my shed, it was underneath an existing carport, so I didn't have to worry about the elements. Look, hey, I wouldn't comment on it, but I mean, it's there. It's a structure. It's standing up. It looks good to me, but yeah, no one come to me to ask their building advice.
All right. Well, Liam didn't come to you, obviously.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
All right. Even though you live close by.
Well, Australia's a big place.
So
that big.
Yesterday, I wanted to show you guys that I put the floor in and one of the walls. But as you can see, we had a bit of a rain problem. We ran out of daylight. And I talked a bit about that on yesterday's stream. So if you didn't go check that out, we'll have some fun there. But if you just come with me, we're just going up here.
Oh.
So as you can see, this is a space that I'm sort of going to be working with here. Nice and simple. My desk and workplace are going to be down here.
You know, it looks bigger with him in it. That doesn't necessarily mean, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's big because Liam is kind of small, but he likes him standing over there going, my desk is going to go over there. Suddenly it looks 4 times as big as I thought it was.
Well, there's not all that stuff in it from the first video we were watching, so it definitely looks a bit roomier.
If he could get like smaller furniture to match him, it would probably fit pretty well.
Yeah, it's all relative, you know.
You still got to put in the insulation and the drywall and everything, so it could shrink up. Again, I presume. Again, I don't really know, but
if he had a little desk and little equipment in there, like that'd be like Willy Wonka, and the as you approach him, like the scale would really be fucking with you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's smaller.
All right. Looks like he hurt his leg too.
Those are deadlift scars.
Oh, all right.
We're going to have the printer here located, a few laminators, stuff like that.
A lemonator. The lemonator.
A laminator.
Well, you got to have your delicious drinks ready.
It's a laminator. You know, it's a laminator.
Yeah, a lemonator. Yeah, it destroys lemons, turns them into juice.
We talked about that though. What do you need a laminator for in comics? I mean, like
you see how wet that place is.
Yeah, to laminate the whole building, the whole, you know, the
you got
whole structure.
Important paperwork. Laminate that shit before it gets wet.
Yeah, I can't think of for the life of me. We did talk about this, and you know, giving it another day's thought. I don't know exactly what I would use a laminator for comics. I can't think of what it would be. But Liam has an idea about it. He's got his own agenda. I don't know.
Does he mean a vacuum sealer, like you
what
put a
I
plastic
thought.
wrap around it?
Because sometimes with mangas they shrink wrap them.
You shrink wrap books.
Yeah, he might get a shrink wrapper in there.
Maybe he's just calling it that. It's a shrink wrap machine.
Well, I hope he gets what item it is when he orders it. He knows to type in the right thing.
He's laminating graphic novels.
Equipment.
Is he going to fulfill out of this? I mean, that's what he's saying, basically. He's got his books back here. He's got his child in between. And then he's got a laminator. So he's going to fulfill out of his...
Notice how his demeanor is different about the child when the wife is holding the camera.
Yeah,
right.
Well, I mean, that's sort of
the tripod.
Before it was like there's no kids running in here or nothing, and now it's the kid's gonna go right here in front of my desk.
Right.
Well, I think Oz was in the chat earlier, and he said, it's for working, being like a YouTube studio and fulfillment. But yeah, I agree. I don't know how big it is for fulfillment space.
And
I have
daycare is part of it too.
I have 10 boxes of Gemini mailers, and that's pretty much half the floor space in there. So,
yeah. All right, very good.
Yeah, I hope he's built that foundation strong, though, man, because there'd be a lot of weight in there too.
A lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
Books are heavy.
What if it tipped over?
It just looks like it could go down the hill, right? I mean, just
that's why he has the laminator, so they don't get damaged when it falls down. They won't get
just
wet.
like Chevy Chase and Christmas. What was that? National Lampoons, when he takes that
Christmas
slide
Vacation.
down that hill.
The whole studio is gonna be sliding down.
Isn't it the Great Outdoors?
Actually, it's going to be like that scene in Jurassic Park when the RV goes over the edge.
Oh yeah, he just slid down. It was like a washout. The rain washed everything out. And what's his name? And then the Dilophosaurus is gonna get
And
him.
then if you're hanging over the edge.
Wasn't that dude wearing like a yellow shirt too?
He was.
Yeah.
Was that in my
Yeah.
head?
It was a yellow rain jacket because that's when the hurricane was
Oh.
coming in.
I like that he pulled the Dilophosaurus out of midair.
Only Shane would do that.
That's amazing, Shane. Great job.
And of course shelves and stuff will line my sort of walls. Now today we finished doing the floor completely. We put up a temporary roof. If you just want to have a look here, so
Why does it have to be temporary?
that
Well, he'd
That's good.
probably be because he still needs to frame in the ceiling so he can put the dry if he's going to drywall the ceiling. So it's temporary just so it could keep the rain off of it. I mean, obviously it didn't work out very well because there's no walls either, but
Yeah.
that'd be my guess.
Yeah, sometimes rain doesn't just come straight down. Sometimes wind's involved, and it kind of comes at an angle. I
Comes in
don't.
the windows.
Yeah,
Should put temporary windows up too.
temporary
thought.
walls. I mean,
Well, they
the whole
do
thing
that.
may be
They take
temporary.
that plastic sheet and they'll wrap
Yeah.
that around. So like a tarp, you can get a tarp at Home Depot, and just throw that up, little tacks, and be all right.
have to worry about the sun while I was filming with the rest of the project. These here,
There you go, sun.
This is, all of this is just temporary. These braces are sort of put in for walls and to sort of hold in the insulation. We've got to do that over
Yeah,
here
that's what they do.
probably in the next few days and get it all up and going. But we're having fun. As you can see here, these are just braces to stop the whole thing coming down so that it doesn't fall,
Yeah.
And there's another one just sort of here. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. No parrots today. No parrots.
Because he killed them all.
Video
Yeah.
on its way up.
This is on its way. So all right, so here's the difference. Here's the one takeaway with this video. So the second video, we were told that one of the purposes of the studio was so that we don't have to hear his kids screaming in pain. That was when he was filming it on a tripod. Now that somebody else, presumably his wife, is filming it, suddenly he has allotted space for his child, and it's right next to the lemonator.
They had a talk.
The story's changed.
They had a little talk, didn't they? She's like, "Oh, you think you're building a little escape whorehouse, don't you? You think you're building a bachelor pad, a swingers hideout? No. There will be a crib."
Yeah, you're not going to fill this up with all your anime girls. Yeah.
With a baby monitor. So
Absolutely.
she can listen in.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So that's it. That's the one main takeaway from this is there what plans were changed between it's very subtly. But between episodes 2 and 3.
Thank you for watching. My name's Liam Gray. I'm like number 2 pencil. I've always got a point.
Now, John, you had a comment about that. Like a number 2 pencil, I've always got a point.
Right. They don't. They go
They don't.
dull.
Yeah.
Break.
We all used them in school. We're very familiar with number 2 pencils. Do you guys have them? Are they popular in Australia, Bancroft? A number 2 pencil? They have a.
As
number
far as
2 on them.
pencils go, probably. Yeah. We have
Okay.
the full array
Right,
of
well, I
pencils.
didn't know if Australians were very familiar with how a number 2 pencil goes dull.
They do go dull. You have to
They
make
do,
an
yeah.
effort to keep them sharp. It's not,
Yeah.
they're usually not sharp.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually dull and they require care, special care to make sure. So this looks familiar. This is almost like we, yeah.
And
Just looking
Ethan,
at
I did Sheila's job. I very quickly found Stubbies.
Oh,
There we
So
go.
there you go. You get the Stubbies. Now it doesn't have the
Yeah, I found that
ultimate
one.
equipment.
Not
on
Also,
it.
that must
So
be
I'm
like a
thinking the
company.
ultimate equipment might be a company that buys these wholesale and then
Gets them
stitches
embroidered.
that on themselves.
So it's probably a
So-
$40 jacket.
Well, I mean it's $30 Australian, so yeah, probably about $20 US. But that's that's a good working man's shirt right there.
So there's that. Why is there a rusty knife in there too?
I don't know.
What were you searching for? Yeah, that's a bloody
not-
knife there.
I swear it's not.
There are no
These
more
Australians, man.
What is
Oh,
going
But-
on?
well, you know, it's Australians and the big knives. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Right.
Yeah, that's a knife. Yeah.
Terrifying. Comics Exposed, by the way, says, has anyone started a GoFundMe for Liam Shed? So that was part of the conversation that we were having earlier at Comics Exposed, and we were saying, well, why don't we crowdfund it? Now, GoFundMe is a little bit, that's like, I need help. You know, my dog broke its leg. That's what a GoFundMe is for. We should start an actual Indiegogo campaign to build a structure. That's what I would suggest. So that, you know, we have a goal. We'd actually have, I would like Odie to do a drawing of what theoretically Conquest Comics could look like.
Are they talking? Are they on good terms?
I don't know. I think so.
Could we get a wall mural like when you walk in? Like
I was under the impression they had a divorce.
Well, we could get somebody else to do it. I don't really care. I mean, somebody could get involved in, helping Liam out, being a part of this.
Bancroft, he draws good buildings.
All right. So Bancroft already did. He already kind of pitched his idea for what it was going to look like. And I don't mind showing people this. I don't mind actually saying, okay, so this is what we're raising money. Our goal is $100,000. And this is ultimately what we're going for here with Conquest Comics. I think it looks nice.
That's
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a great
but
design,
does Liam
Bancroft.
have to build the whole thing himself?
Yes.
I think that's the only way that is getting built for $100,000.
Yes, I saw the diagonal.
Yeah, exactly.
This is NASA
all
Rabati
order.
Tower back here. We'll be crowdfunding that simultaneously. But yeah, this is ultimately what we're going for here. And then, you know, I like all the look at the
Yeah, it's kept
It's
the
green.
green
See
theme
how
going.
it's built in sections. You know, it'll be easier that way.
Well, that's inclusive to the parrots. They don't have to go anywhere.
Mhm.
They can
Yeah.
Yeah.
$200,000 stretch goal. Helicopter at the top of this helicopter port.
I always like the yachts in the movies where the dude has a helicopter in case he just has to get the fuck off the boat. Like, I mean, like that never made any sense. Why did they need a helicopter on the boat?
Well, you want to get off the boat. What do
Well,
you
why
mean?
get on the boat to begin with? I mean,
That's why you'll never be rich, Shane.
because
You
I
have
don't
the
think forward. I just-
imagination.
A lot of people get on boats and have regrets. Almost every episode of The Love Boat that I've seen, I personally would want to get the fuck off. As soon as I saw Zsa Zsa Gabor or Charo, you know, I'd be like, where's the fucking helicopter? All right, let me read some of these super chats. A lot of people are concerned about what's going on. A lot of people have suggestions, ideas. People want to highlight some of the things that they saw. You know, I mean, this is the thing. You guys can say whatever you want to say because you're on the show. These people, they have to pay, and this is their opportunity. So let's see here. Snarkticon DM says ultimate equipment equals good at sex. Confirmed. So that's that's what those shirts are. Pete Callan says this is all the same BS he was saying about Xenotype. I don't know if he was saying Xenotype was having problems because of the weather, you know.
And he never planned on storing a baby in the book.
Yeah.
No, that was never an issue. He never said, you know, I'm doing this to the comics so you won't have to hear a screaming infant. I never heard him say that. Simon Oliver says CG Bogan is better than CG adjacent. Yeah, of course it is. Why are people adjacent to ComicsGate? Loreddit Silver Member says, when you build a house above ground like that, you can end up with a real pest problem. Abos will tunnel under it, or so I've been told.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
You
Little bit of
can't.
racism. in there.
Yeah, that's a terrible
Yeah.
look how Bancroft. He's like shit, mother.
That's like the N word for Aboriginals.
It is pretty much.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. In America, it doesn't mean much.
It doesn't
so,
mean anything here.
Yeah.
I know, and that's the thing. Like all the American words mean the same thing here in Australia because obviously we grew up watching
Our
the
culture.
American TV shows and movies, but not quite the same the other way around.
But
Yeah, when we come up with
Aboriginal-
like a a term, we like it to stick. Like you guys just shortened Aborigine. Like you guys didn't even
I
try.
don't see how that's offensive. You just shortened it, right?
Yeah, well, I disavow it anyway, and so does the entire chat. My chat is outraged right now. They're full of good people.
I don't think Aborigines have your back.
I don't believe Bancroft brought that trash in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are Bancroft's fans.
That's awesome. I swear.
Part of my liberal outlook is allowing people on here with different points of view, and then of course they end up bringing their followers on. What are you going to do? I mean,
it's an ongoing problem.
Yeah. All right. Jabba the Coach says kick Michael Bumcrust. So Jabba the Coach, you know what? When did he stop calling himself Jabba the Cuck? He's nothing but a troublemaker, and don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing it to troll me.
Oh, because you're the coach.
Yeah, that's why I did it. He's like, I'm the coach now.
He's not the coach.
Well, he named himself the coach. I didn't name myself coach.
You know what? Coaches are not self-named. Other people decide that you're the coach. They go, I want Jon Malin to be my life coach. Nobody said I want Jabba the Cuck to be my life coach. Well, maybe one person we know would, but there aren't too many people who are looking at cucks to show them the way. Not that I can think of. Meanwhile, Hambone USMC says Jabba is a national treasure.
To some.
Jabba is the leader of ComicsGate. Other people. All right. So there's some. All right. I take it back. Two people would like life coaches. Jabba the Cuck. Let me see here. Captain Trek says would love to have some ComicsGate join my panels. What is Captain Trek? Captain Trek, who are you? We would come. Let's see. Snarticon DM says Ethan wears a ring and Andrea left him months ago. She's right upstairs. She's asleep, but she never left. Never, not even for a minute would she consider that. I said to her this morning, I said, we're cool, right? She said, yeah, we're fine for now. Victim HD says, Ethan, do you notice not one drip of sweat on clothing? And he's been looking closely in those videos. Oi Bardic Fury says, hi ComicsGate, my book Oi the Banshee Vale Horror Show. Boy, we really have some interestingly named comics in ComicsGate. This comic is called Oi the Banshee Vale. Well, why would you start it out Oi?
Is it Oi with an exclamation point?
Yes.
Nice. Get your attention. You go Oi.
Oi. Yeah, that's how I address my kids.
Oh yeah. So is it saying hey?
Yeah.
That's Australian for hey. But I don't know if this is an Australian book.
The Banshee, that makes me think it's Irish. The Banshee Vale Horror Show.
Mixed signals.
Yeah. Is in demand on Indiegogo. 200-page Tankobon fantasy comic about a village hurling rivalry gone bad in Iron Age. Here we go, Ireland. Get your copy today.
Do they say Oi in Ireland?
If only we had.
I think so. Yeah.
Someone from Ireland to talk to. Carl O'Rowe.
Yeah, we haven't seen Carl in forever.
Where is Carl?
I think he's finishing his book.
Working. Yeah.
So this is
this is not topical now, but I was thinking, why build when you can rent?
Yeah, that's true.
This thing, it's not
like
going to cost more than $50,000 to get this done.
Yeah, I like the tarp. Rain problem shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I haven't seen Carlo Rowe in a while.
It's been drawn. Getting those updates out on his what's that called? Deathsworn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Deathsworn. Yeah, all I've seen on him on Twitter is just artwork. So he's nose to the grindstone mode right now, which is good.
Right.
Get that
is very good. Speaking of which, let's see. For Namn Efternomn, these names. Uncle E, what's the progress on Wreck Planet? Let's see. Well, I did about 4 more pages since my last update. I'm about 10 pages from completion of Wreck Planet. And it is I don't want to seem arrogant,
No, do it.
Well, then don't. Be humble.
Get two different messages here. Who do I listen to? The angel
Don't
on my
listen to
shoulder,
me. I mean,
or the devil on my shoulder?
No. I mean, come on, just
The
roll.
devil every time.
Why
Got
not?
Shane Davis, who was saying, "No, be humble. Don't." And then John's like, "Fuck it. Tell him how great you are."
I mean, flex a little. It is your channel. I mean, flex. It's all right.
It's great. Wreck Planet is great. It is really, really, really fucking good. And I am very proud of it. Very proud of it. I'm not going to print it. I'll print it properly. I will make sure it's on quality paper this time. Any issues from Blood Honey will be corrected. And we are full speed ahead. My first job right now is to fulfill Starblades. Starblades comes in this week.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Starblades is coming back from the printer. We're making plans to take care of that. It's a multiple running this little company is there's a bunch of different things that I do by myself and also designate to other people. Fulfilling Starblades happens next week. That's I think 3,400 packages are going out. 6,800 books that are coming into our studio. And so that's getting shipped out. We want to make sure that gets done. Warts and All is coming in directly after that. While we're fulfilling fucking Starblades, Warts and All is going to finish coming in, and we're going to have to ship that out. That's about 4,800 packages or more. And then directly after that, Wreck Planet should go to print. And we'll get that to print. Then I am supposed to, and I got to do this next week. I got to do the Rainbow the Brute lunchbox. I got to do the artwork for that because that takes 6 months to produce. So I'm going to be working on the lunchbox next week, which means I have to kind of shift gears a little bit and think Rainbow the Brute, but that's okay. Let's get that lunchbox going. Joseph Wolf. Look, people ask. It can't all be incredibly entertaining. Some of it's got to be informational. Yeah, I'm not. Hey, it's the Ethan Van Sciver show. I do actually have to.
When are you going to build a shed, though? I mean,
I'm going to build a shed pretty soon, and I'm going to go hide in it. I'm just going to lock myself in it. Oh my God, it's just endless. I've got so much stuff to do. And as you know, I mean, people have noticed they're like, you're live streaming a lot less. I'm trying my best. I do as many. I do like 3 a week, and I think that's about as much as I can do. Let me see. 200 Watt Studio says, are those posts cemented several feet down? Didn't he say they were 3
3
feet?
and a half. Yeah, 3.5 feet.
They'd need to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Snarkticon DM says Liam's building his own barter town. 200 Watt Studio says 200 Watt Studio says doorknobs on the door before the wall is built. Doorknobs in the door before the wall is built. Yeah, the door is there.
You gotta lock people out. You gotta shut. Nobody else can get in. They'll steal his tools.
Jose Garcia is here. Hey, Jose. He says, "Hola, Kenneth and panel. Happy to say Lumina Vox is only $11 from 10,000. Hail ComicsGate. So happy to be here. We're happy to see you, Jose. Jose has still not joined us on the show, but he's in the DM room, so he's welcome to come in whenever he wants.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I like his artwork too. 200 Watt Studio says Anna wants the link to come in here. That's not true. She's got it. She's got the link. RBI Studio says needs me a Roquefort Pit cover and a Keon Groken cover, please. Look, I mean, here's the thing. Dale's getting comfy with ComicsGate. And you're all welcome to ask him to get work if you want. You're welcome to ask, or I will ask. Like if John wants a Dale Keown cover for Graveyard Shift or his next project, we could do that. We can make that happen. I would like that to happen for Jawbreakers.
That would be nice.
I see. I'm thinking about his Punisher. Remember that Punisher splash page where he's like standing in the back of an armored van? It's like have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
All right,
The
hold on. Let me show you
Punisher's
this.
armored van? Are you talking about the war? What was the name of his van? Now that's bugging me.
No,
Punisher had a van.
Well, I don't know if it matters. Hold on. There was an image that Dale drew. Punisher Keown. I'll show you this. I still think about this. This is Mark Farmer Inks. God damn. Oh, this is the black and white too. I've never seen this. Okay. Yeah, I see this and I just kind of go, this is what a Jawbreakers cover could look like. By Dale Keown. All right, sorry for the wait, guys. Here we go. Share. Boom. Look at that.
Wow.
Nice.
Impressive.
I mean, it's just alive. You know, there's all this detail in there. You can see into the van. You see all the, the 1980s technology in there. And it just looks badass. So, I don't know. It would be cool. Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is he's for hire. If you wanna hire him, if you need a contact, you can ask me. I'll see what I can do. He's going to be doing a Salamandroid book for me. He's doing a wraparound cover for Cyberfrog 3. But definitely, if you've got the money, then he's got the interest. He'll do that for you. I think. Let's see. Sarkticon DM says, "Did you ever play John's theme?" Yes, I did. I did. Here's Comics Exposed again. Malin, why are you such a traitor? There's literally a live stream based on you happening right now, and here you are. Traitor. No point in having Jack.
I feel bad. I feel bad now.
The show's over.
Pete Callen says, when I thought of Captain America, I always knew he was lacking something. Now I know it's a confetti costume. Thanks, Marvel. Cody Duffin says, you guys need to check out Aerith Saga. They're starting a mailing list for issue 2 now, and the first campaign was fire. Aerith Saga. OC Steve says, John is the hero the Jack Show deserves, but not the one it needs right now. Ron Raylan. Get Over It says, Weathers needs to be lettering Creed and Snowman. I've spent a lot and want the best looking books. I will say this, Matt Martin is doing great lettering on Snowman. Creed, yeah, I think Trent was interested in Eric relettering Creed when it's all done. But Matt Martin his lettering really is good. Did I ask you about that, Eric? Did I say, will you letter Creed?
We had an email back and forth where I had shown what I would do to the book, but I don't know. You said Trent had seen it, and it was up in the air. At the time.
That's where
that was a couple months ago. So yeah.
Okay,
but I'm down if he wants me to tag me in. I'm there.
I'm not trying to switch subjects, but that thing you pulled up, they've done Captain America Native American before, but. Obviously, it was Steve Rogers with blonde hair and blue eyes. Maybe Marvel just trying to redo that.
That's a Neil Gaiman invention, right?
Yeah, 1602.
1602, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, people are very furious with Jon Malin for leaving the Jack Show. Let me see. John's betrayal is unforgivable, says Gordy C86. Force Goes Fabio, however, says, Ethan, thank you for saving us tonight. You're welcome. I just want to say you're welcome, Force Goes Fabio, and everyone for saving you and Jon Malin from the Jack Show tonight.
Yeah, it was just going to be three. It was going to be 3 hours of things going in or out of someone's butt. Just.
I can't do it. I've tried to be on that particular stream, if you know what I mean. I just can't do it. I go, I'm going to regret this in the morning. So, let me see. And you're welcome, everyone, for saving Jon Malin and you.
I blame 7 of 9. Matter of fact, you said, John, I'm fairly miffed. You know what, 7 of 9, you put me in the bottom ranking.
That's right.
Tonight. So
have done that.
It's your fault. I blame you. Everyone know that I left because of 7 of 9.
Stephen Rockwood says, I got my all caps hoodie this week. That is a nice hoodie. The Cyberfrog on the bag is shiny too. On the back is shiny too. My cap is almost here. Thanks, Ethan. No, thank you. And P. Callan says, I feel saved. So many people feel saved by this stream tonight.
Oh, wow.
You know, we did a lot of... Yes. I mean, look, they were like, oh, the Jack show. Oh, my God, this is... I need help. And we were here to help them.
I would pass the collection plate if I could. I mean...
Comics Exposed also says, hey, where's the Indiegogo or GoFundMe link to help Liam build his studio? Let's do this. ComicsGate helps. That's what we do. We help Richard. We help Jeremy at the quartering. Let's help Liam set this up. I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not. I am says, if you build it, they will come. That is heavy. And Start to Come DM says, keep Shane's little ears from Jack Smut. Yeah, we got to protect Shane. You know, Shane doesn't belong over there. All right. So in any case, let me show you some campaigns, and we'll see what's going on with the world of ComicsGate. Starblades is fulfilling. Like I said, Starblades is fulfilling this week. I'm going to close this campaign down because I don't know if I ordered enough books. I don't know if I ordered enough books. I didn't order too heavy because I'm spending someone else's money, you know. I mean, I'm always spending.
Bigfoot bill method.
Well, what's the Bigfoot bill method? Like not ordering enough?
Yeah, don't order enough books and then don't fulfill.
Oh, I better close it down. So if you guys didn't order Starblades yet, final call. I haven't told Kyle Ritter that I need to close the campaign down yet, but I mean, I did. I ordered 6,800 copies of the book spread across. Look at this, 2,000 of this one. Shit, I'm in trouble.
I'm a good keep all this stuff, Ethan. That warehouse does not look big enough.
It is jam-packed right now. We are dying. Like the whole thing is, it's like we've got half of the Wrecked Planet campaign in there and half of the Warts and All campaign in there, and one of them needs to go. You know, so it's like we're waiting on. We got the what did we get in? I can't remember. We're waiting on the trading card binders. We're waiting on the frog tongues, and then I think then we're ready to go. Yeah, we got the light up lanyards. I mean, it's going to be cool. This is going to be one of the coolest campaigns, I think, so far. You know, everyone is getting a trading card binder to keep the trading cards that we've been giving them. I mean, so far there are like 46 different trading cards, which is pretty cool. And then if you ordered the executive edition, you're going to get a beautiful Cyberfrog bag like this. And inside, you will find your lemonaded Cyberfrog Warts and All hardcover special edition with the Frogapalooza zine, which is incredibly embarrassing. People are like, are you going to put it out in softcover? No, absolutely not. This is it. You know, this book is it. It's a hardcover. So you're going to get one of these. And then also we've got the trade paperback version as well, which is good. This is the telephone book version of Cyberfrog. Everything is here.
Huge.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's great.
Great. It's just great. Cyberfrog bag. You know, everybody voted. They said they wanted the gayer color green.
Oh, yeah. It was much better.
It could have been a forest green, or it could be this, like, you know, glow in the dark green. And people said, we want the glow in the dark green. So that's what we did.
I love that bag. Is it breathable by any chance?
So you want to put it over, like, children should put it over their heads?
Yeah. Maybe. I want to put it over someone's head. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think it is breathable. I think one thing that I said was I want it to be airtight.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, waterproofing. That's what I was thinking. But you could find another use for it, you know, if you wanted to.
Great news.
Yeah, it is good. All right. So that's that. Let me show you another campaign that everyone is loving on right now. This is your boy Zach's $4.99 graphic novel with Narwhal. This just
a different image.
It is. it's a different image. I'm like, what are you doing? It looks like it's made of Play-Doh. He just showed up one day. He's a commie for sure. So this is Zach and Narwhal who are working together. It's Narzak together. They're calling themselves Narzak. $4.99 is
like
a story.
Bennifer?
Kinda.
Like J-Lo.
Or celebrity couple.
Yeah, kinda. Look at these colors. This is insanity. Where's Narwhal? We got to get him in here and explain this.
Oh, he wrote me not too long ago, like a week ago. I think he's getting ready to launch another book.
Is he really? Cool.
Yeah.
$4.99 is created by Narzak. That's in parenthetically Narwhal plus Zach. A true artistic pairing, each contributing creatively 100% to the book. This is.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
What is that representing?
I don't know.
Beaver?
I don't know what's going on. It says Narzak, and then there's this, and I don't really understand it. But it's it is what it is.
Is it that character from Mos Eisley? In Star Wars?
Ponda Baba.
Walrus Man, yeah.
Walrus Man, yeah.
Which brings me to my next point, kids. Don't do drugs.
I just feel like there's a little bit of that going on here. It's pretty funny. So in any case, I will say this about Narwhal's artwork. It is alive. I mean, as you look at this and you go, God, this is, loosely drawn and colors are obviously garish. But you look at it and the story just kind of comes alive. His characters act, they live and breathe. Every panel looks like a kind of in-betweener shot from an animated series. It's just, what would you say, Jon Malin?
Yeah, I like the way he draws. I think it's really good. I can't stand this palette. It's too much for me, man.
Is Narwhal the Yoko Ono of comic books? Like he's taking the medium in strange new places.
You know what? Thank you for saying that. So I had a talk with Zach today, and I said, Zach, you got to get back to Jawbreakers. Like, this is cool. And Zach was like, I want to do art. He's like, I want to do art. I'm expressing myself. I want comics to push the boundaries of, what we're used to. I want to do comics that are going to stand the test of time. And I said, okay. He's like, well, what do you want to do? And I said, I just want to make fun comics that, people buy. And we had this whole conversation. It was a little bit like, what it made me feel like? It made me feel like if you ever see this scene in John Lennon's Imagine, the movie, where Al Cap, who was a Republican cartoonist, a very popular cartoonist, shows up at John and Yoko's bed-in for peace. Somehow they were invited. He was invited there. And John and Yoko are explaining their art, like what they're doing. And he's having none of it. And he is just 100% a capitalist. And that's how I felt. I just felt like Al Cap, and he was an artist. And I'm sitting there going, Zach's like, why are you doing this? I'm like, I'm doing this to make money, Zach. My goals are to create a fun character to make money. And he wants to do comics that stand the test of time and all this stuff. And it was a little.
But can't they be both?
I guess. I mean, theoretically.
The art that you're doing for Cyberfrog, that's top tier shit there. It's not like it just is selling and it's not going to hold up in 5 years, 10 years.
What am I saying though? What is Cyberfrog saying? Like, this is the whole thing about that. And that's what he's saying. He's saying ribbit. Maybe he should be saying bigot. Bigot. And then maybe I'll have a point, But no, Zach was saying he was like, look, Ann Nesenti's artwork is going to be read 100. Her stories will be read 100 years from now. And I was like, no, they won't, dude. You're telling me that in 2121, people are going to be reading Ann Nesenti's Daredevil? He says, yes. Zach has an entirely different view of comics than I do. And I kind of have this sort of view of them as fun and disposable. And some of the best ones are read multiple times. And I used to say this when I worked at DC Comics. I said, if you can get somebody to read your comic book twice, you're halfway on your way to creating a classic, having created a classic. Because most comic books, you just read once and you just put them away. But, if somebody actually returns to it, and is there, what percentage of the comics that you've purchased have you actually read a second time?
Oh yeah, not a high percentage at all.
Not many.
So, when I would, when I was working at DC, I'd be like, okay, so we're doing Flash Rebirth. And, it's like, ultimately, what is my goal for this? I want somebody to read it through once and go, shit, that was fun. I want to read it again. But I don't know if I ever thought, what are we saying here? And will this comic book last the test of time? Will people be reading this 100 years from now? I hope not. I hope we...
Jeff said something weird to me one time. He was like, nobody's going to read this stuff 50 years from now or whatever. Like, that's how he...
Did Jeff Johns say that?
Yeah, he said that. Maybe he said 100. He just said one of those weird out there years. And he was like, he just had fun with what he was making. He had fun in a very intellectual way too. There was a lot of fanfare in his stuff, a lot of continuity, a lot of love to the characters. But it's funny now that we're talking about this, because looking back, I don't think he ever really put politics in anything I ever read of his. Not that much, anyways.
There, leftists will be quick to tell you there's politics in everything. There just is. There's politics in Cyberfrog. But it's hidden. It's I'm going to show a bunch of different points of view. It's subtle. Politics are everywhere you go.
There's politics, and then there's propaganda.
There's propaganda. There's a political campaign that seems to be going on in most mainstream comics right now, and that's what people are opposed to. Not the idea that I might want to, do a Batman comic where I tell a little parable about why Batman might reconsider his anti-gun stance. That would be a political comic, but I would have to keep Batman in character, and I would have to have him go through a little story where he might think, hey, this woman was equalized against Two-Face or something like that because she had a gun in her purse. Maybe guns aren't so bad in the right hands, or something like that. But for the most part, politics are there. Jeff would put them there. I just think that I wonder. I wonder if you set out to make art, and this is one thing that I feel weird about, like the idea of. And now we're getting heavy, but I want to ask you guys how you feel about this. Do you deliberately set out to make art? When you sit down to draw comics? And Kenneth, I'd like to know your thoughts on that.
Well, about the reading again the book or the art?
I'm saying there's a difference between maybe art and entertainment, and the two things can be the same sometimes. But what is are you sitting there going, I'm trying to make something that is going to say something that is going to stand the test of time, and perhaps people are going to read this 100 years from now.
I'm thinking about the method we used to the Prestige book and the sequel. They make you read again the first volume. And every time you receive another the next year or 6 months, you return to refresh all, and that make the people spread the voice about buy it again.
Do you read something a second time and then see something differently in it? Like,
Yes, sometimes.
Than the
it's
first
like
time.
When you saw a movie again, when you need to refresh.
Tolkien didn't think to make art, or did he? I don't know.
No, I think he probably did. But I think it depends on where you're gearing your art towards. Are you trying to make a Eraserhead? Are you trying the David Lynch route of art, or are you trying to do Steven Spielberg, James Cameron art? That's where I would say, I would be aiming for is that, Lucas, Star Wars. Is it art? I think people might say, the first ones, it's the heart of the story. It's where the story you're trying to tell. And at the time had good visuals and obviously upgraded them over the years. But art in that fashion. Yeah, I'm trying to make art in the terms of Star Wars or James Cameron. Not necessarily David Lynch. David Lynch is great. It's just very deep. What's art? Are you just saying the word art, or are you going fucking deep like fucking David Lynch? So
I was watching you the other night, Ethan, on that you were streaming yourself drawing. And I was chatting with a bunch of guys who were watching it. And we were saying, we're like, there's no way he could do this on a monthly book. like what you were doing on Cyberfrog, you know, you were putting in all these tiny little lines and stuff. So it's like you have to kind of ask you yourself, you know, what are you doing there? Why are you putting in all of that effort? It's like it's a crazy amount of effort on this one figure of Cyberfrog. That's sort of, you know, a way of expanding the art of comic books as well. The approach that you're taking now that you can take, where you wouldn't have been able to do that if you had a monthly deadline.
And yet Kenneth does do more detail than I do on a monthly schedule.
Kenneth is a no one understands how that's possible, but you know,
it's crazy. I see Kenneth stuff and I go, how the fuck did you do that?
What's a challenge you give me?
I mean, you're amazing. You are amazing. I don't know. My goal is, first of all, my heroes are Stan Lee and Walt Disney. You know what I mean? When it comes to this, like, I don't know if Walt Disney ever set out to make anything that lasted when he created Mickey Mouse with IB Works and, you know, all that stuff. I don't know if he ever went, you know, I'm going to change the face of American pop culture. It just, that kind of thing just happens. You know, it's not something that you can choose to do.
Yeah. Something just grabs it. It becomes something other than what it was created for, what its intent was. I think those are the ones that transcend, like you said, Mickey Mouse or whatever. I don't think you can set out to say, I want to speak something into this and then expect that it will last 100 years, 200 years. You don't get to, I don't think you as the creator get to decide that. It's up to the crowd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be thinking about that when I'm sitting down to draw a page. I'm thinking about telling a story, and the art is the function of how it works in comic books. You're telling a story with the art. I'm not thinking about, is anyone going to be reading this or reading it again in 50 years? But you know, that's my approach.
Well, something that's interesting to think about is, you know, Jack Kirby and Wally Wood and Steve Ditko, those guys didn't have internet and they didn't have YouTubing. You know, some of the stuff that we're making that's on, like, online is going to be around for hundreds of years. You know, like, let's say society holds it together, but I mean, like this stuff is hardwired into the internet forever. I mean, someone's going to have recordings of these conversations of us making these books. So, I mean, imagine if we were able to go back and watch like brainstorming sessions of like Steve Ditko and Stan Lee, like live on a channel talking about Spider-Man. So, I mean, I think some of the stuff that we're making today is gonna last a little bit longer because people are gonna be able to go back and look at the folklore of it.
Well, I'll be alive in 20 years. Let me say, in 20 years, we'll still be talking about Project Thundar. How's that?
Okay, well, 20 years is good. Yeah, I think we can do. I think we can do 20 years. Yeah, I don't know. I like, you know, I'm doing Cyberfrog. First of all, it's entertainment. Hopefully people just have a good time with it.
Yeah.
And I'm doing like my ultimate piece of entertainment. Like I picture volumes of Cyberfrog books that I've done. You know, like 4 of them with 4 books in each of them, you know, just of the best work of my career, so that I can eventually retire feeling like I did everything I needed to do in comics. And that's ultimately what it's about. Like, I can't think of it as art. I don't know if it's saying anything that's important or anything like that. But, you know, the idea of people reading it again a second time is still important to me. Like, people who just go, you know what, like, you know, I bought the trade paperback of that because I read it again. I bought the floppy and then I bought the collection so that I could read it a second time. I guess that's always been the most that I've wanted from comics. I don't know. I think that's what Stan Lee set out to do. I wouldn't call Stan Lee a great artist. I just wouldn't. Would you? I mean, would you call him a great artist? What was Stan Lee? What was he? I mean,
maybe he was just the right guy in the right place at the right time.
Well,
you know, he was making
the guy that owned the publishing company was like his father-in-law or something. Like,
you know, like that's I think that's what Ethan's, you know, kind of saying here, that it's up to the culture and the people to, you know, whether or not they're going to turn Spider-Man to Spider-Man. You know, who knows? Like, yeah, I don't think you get, as the creator, I don't think you get to choose that. It's going to happen or it's not.
It could happen with Project Thundar.
Well, John is
100%.
pretty sure that it is going to happen.
I'm already booking the college tours to explain the work.
Yeah, that's the first step you do, and then you're like, that way, you make sure it happens.
I would like that. I have to admit, like that's totally self-indulgent, but how great would it be to go on a college tour where you have your pages projected up on a screen and you sit there and give a lecture about what it all means, I mean, you get to do bits of that on YouTube. I did these commentary videos where you just take apart your own comics and, I don't think it's pretentious. No. But it is self-indulgent where you just kind of go, this is how this was done and this is what I was thinking, and I just wish I knew what Shane was thinking ever.
I absolutely am thinking horrible stuff.
What are you thinking?
Because it just dawned on me. I was like, there's a lot of books of mine, like old, that I tried to do one of those videos, and a lot of people actually quoted back to me on one book I did, and it was just all these horror stories that everybody I dealt with and worked with, and this person's idea was this, and this person, nobody was on the same page, and then this person stuck their dick in this, and then this is fucked up here, and I was just like, I don't know.
This person stuck their dick in what?
No, that how like.
Do I get to guess who that was?
Yeah, it was Eddie Berganza.
Yes.
No, I mean, but it's weird because like when I look back at my work, that's actually what's tragic and sad about it, is like there's all these like war stories behind the scenes that thank God nobody sees unless I tell them. But like it's like I don't know. I had this conversation with Yanzi about the manga industry and some other stuff, but I don't really have a lot of fond memories of my past work, and a lot of it's just the corporate comic type system that was in place. And we're talking about Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and those guys. They had a whole different creative vibe and system of making those books that nobody does. I mean, nobody writes plot really anymore, and if they do,
they were all angry too. Every single one of them probably felt the same way.
But those dynamics, it's just Stan Lee was like, I'm too busy to write this book. Just come up with this, Kirby. And then Kirby comes up with something and he dialogues it. That dynamic is, I don't know if it'll ever happen again. That was like planets aligning because everything's so corporate. Like there's an editor pushing themselves on every decision, and it's just like there's too many. I don't think they can make that comic today. And when DC would have a hit like that, oftentimes, if you really investigate it, it was something that nobody was paying attention to in the offices. It was just something like there was this DC zombie thing recently that took off really big. I was talking to the editor about it. He's like, no, that was just supposed to be a throwaway 5-week month thing where we just had a weekly comic and it was these DC zombies. But then all of a sudden it got heat on it, and then we had to make it into a series and gave it time and gave the artist time to actually draw it. And I was like, so you made money by accident. It actually took you guys not knowing what the elf you were doing to not stick your dick in it. And then all of a sudden people are interested in it, and the thing people were talking about before you ever even printed it. I just don't think that can happen today with the.
No, it does happen, but it takes individuals. It's never a team effort. Team efforts suck balls. There's nothing worse than, a bunch of people, working on something together. It's always a catastrophe. Green Lantern Rebirth was me and Jeff Johns and Pete Tomasi as editor. And it was always like, I'd call Jeff and say, I'm doing this. Nobody was watching us. Nobody cared. And then we got to do all kinds of big things because nobody was watching us and nobody was telling us no. And Jeff and I weren't telling each other no. It was just like, I want to do this. Jeff's like, cool, I'll write that in. And it was a big success. And then once it was a huge success, when Flash Rebirth came around, DC Comics and all of the editors and all the people who were involved, Pete Tomasi was gone. He was a writer now. All had their fingers in it. Everybody wanted to control it. Everybody wanted to put their finger on it and say, this, I did this, I made this choice. And it sucked. I still think Flash Rebirth wasn't good for a lot of different reasons. I remember arguing with them about, Wally West and whether his hair should be out of the top of his helmet or not. You know, it's like, are we going to be pushing him back to just shut up and let me do it? Whatever happens, happens, and it'll be fine. But it was a big company involvement. It was a clusterfuck. Too many cooks.
But see, you guys came off of Green Lantern in a rut, and then you were able to rebuild it, and people were out of your way and go back to Flash. All of a sudden, people were like, well, we'll tell you how to do what you did before. And it's like, that messes up the whole formula and the dynamics of it. But if you take these classic runs, people often talk about Frank Miller's Daredevil run, right? Look, he came in when the book was about to be canceled. They were just like, do whatever. He was probably very hands off. They probably just let him do what he did. I mean,
well, Shane, the truth of the matter is that, if I said, Shane, you're working for me, and I want you to create this concept, this loose concept that I have in my head. And you just worked from the concept that I had, and you drew up something really, really cool. The first thing that came to mind. And then I said, all right, here's the story. And I gave you a rough outline of a story that basically gave you a framework and allowed you to just fill in the gaps and be a storyteller. And then I went back over it Marvel style and then did all the that would be a successful project, Shane.
Yeah.
Because both of us would be giving each other all of this creative leeway.
Right.
You wouldn't have to be like, I've got to pull something out of the air. That would be somebody else's responsibility. And your job would just be to create from these rough limitations that I imposed on you.
Right.
That's how Stan and Jack worked.
The real story, going back to Jeff, I worked with him on like some Green Lantern thing or Red Lantern thing or something. And I remember he had 4 panels. I was like, well, if I had an extra panel, I can get the gutters to look like the symbol of the Red Lantern or something. And I was like, I got to run it past Jeff. Let me call him up. And it's like, Jeff, here's this idea. And you know what he said? He's like, I can't believe you asked me this. I'm like, what? Is it stupid? He's like, no, it's great. Do it. But you don't have to ask permission to do something cool like that. A few years later, I can't draw a page without getting 5 people to approve a page layout. Mm-hmm. And that's the comic industry today. And that's why there's so many fill-in artists and there's so many like dead panels, because it's writers talking about, I need the camera here. And they're like, well, camera panel 1 should be this shot and camera 2, different shot, camera 3. And it's like, well, now 3 and 1 touch. So now you have 2 camera shots touching the same. It's like, they don't think like that. And they're like, oh yeah, you're right. So how should I do it? I was like, you're the one telling me how to do it because you won't let me do it. And now you want me to tell you how to tell me how to do it. It's like, what the hell? Yeah.
It's too many cooks. They're driving you nuts over minutia. Kenneth did a Gingerbread Man story for me where it was just that exact situation where I just said the theme is you take something that's a fairy tale and then you're going to make it overly macho, overly masculine. And we've got this idea about Gingerbread Man as John Wick. And Kenneth said, okay, thank you. And that was all he needed. And he came back with a 10-page story. It's like his greatest art. It's terrific. I can't wait to publish it. That was enough of a confine for him. It's enough of a project. You don't need to just hover over him and say, no. You just give him a theme and you give him a quick idea and then let him run with it. And most comic book artists are great improv guys. When you just tell them yes, you just say, do whatever you want to do. Whatever, and you encourage them and remind them about how brilliant they are. You're going to get good results.
Most comic artists just want to draw cool shit. If a comic artist is given like Spider-Man, the first thing he's thinking of, oh my God, I hope I get a splash page, or better yet, a double page spread of Spider-Man, or I get to have Spider-Man having a really cool rooftop fight scene with Dr. Octopus. I mean, stuff like that. When writers, I'm not trying to take shit on writers, but if Tom King is like, hey, you want to work on Spider-Man, what the fuck comes to his head? I want to work out my marital issues in Spider-Man. What's he going to do? And I think it's the power behind that. The power dynamic is so off right now. It's not about cool visuals. It's about whatever marital issues, whatever writer has that he's imposing on whatever. I don't know.
Tom's problem is that Tom wants to write about himself, and he finds himself, getting to work on characters that already exist, and so he just imposes himself onto Batman and whoever else he's given. and you know, he should just be doing nothing. He should go fuck himself. But you know, honestly, if he were going to be at his most successful, he should just go do his own stuff. And then if he wants to whine about his marriage through, you know, a comic book, then that would be fine. But just don't do it on Batman. You know, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
People are saying bring in Cecil. He's welcome to come in. Cecil has the link. I would love to have Cecil come in.
There's a trend of like SJWs kind of injecting themselves into stories, like but that I Am Not Starfire story.
Yes.
You know, clearly like that girl was the writer. I mean, it looked just like her.
Yeah, that's their whole mindset, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole representation thing. They want to feel like they're in the story themselves, literally. That's what the whole like I need to be represented. And so that's like them projecting their whole mindset.
Well, they're taking it up a notch. They're saying like if you're not the same race, sex, sexuality of that character you're working on, you shouldn't be working on it, period. Which again is a step closer to the just self-insertion of the yourself into the book. I don't know. It's such a weird time in mainstream comics. If you buy comics still, I haven't bought new comics in probably like 2 years, and with the stuff I was buying, I was just buying to see what colors or what inker or what editor was hiring who. I mean, I'm like, I don't even feel like I need to buy. I was wasting money on comics just looking at who's on what and who's doing what. I wasn't reading the shit. I mean, you know what I'm talking about too. We used to get comp boxes. We just flipped the root. We didn't read all of it. Some of it. I mean,
it was so bad. Like that's what turned me off of DC Comics. Like when you get the comp box and it's 150 books and maybe 3 of them, and it's like because Dave Finch drew one, you'd be like, okay, I'll take that one out. You know, most of it was just like, this is a lot of pulp. This is just a lot of shit. I can't imagine anybody wants to read this. You know, I don't understand it. I'd be more interested in Marvel comics at that point. But this is what people do. I mean, people want to tell their own stories, and they really should, especially if you find yourself on these big projects working for Marvel or DC, and really you want to do this. You want to have a black Superman. We have a black Superman. His name's Eric July, Young Ripper. You know, we don't need a fake one here. This is a bootleg Superman. And this is what people are talking about. Warner Media and DC want a black director and black actor for a Superman movie here. Everyone's talking about this. By the way, everyone is. I got a bunch of weirdos on Twitter who were trying to pull me into this. They go, Ethan's New 52 Earth 2 Superman covers weren't as cool as this because this guy's black. He's a black Superman, Ethan.
Well, it also has to be a black man with blue eyes. It looks like though.
Why? Why do you say that?
That first thing you were showing, he had blue eyes.
Oh shit!
Oh,
wow. That's very rare.
No, it's incredibly common among black people to have blue eyes.
He may be using X-ray vision, John. He may
South
be
Africans.
using X-ray
vision. Kryptonians. Who knows? But yeah, you know, the reason why DC's doing this, I'm pretty sure. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it's because of woke and all this stuff. And that's not really why. If you remember DC's New 52, when suddenly it became verboten for Superman to have a spit curl, they took his underpants away. Did he have red boots? I think they took his red boots away.
Yeah, they took that away. He had a red belt instead of a yellow belt, and they got rid of the spit curl. He couldn't have the spit curl.
Yeah, the reason for that is because Superman is constantly, Superman is this close to being in the public domain. And also, DC owns certain aspects of Superman, or they rent certain aspects of Superman, license them from the creators' families for a certain period of time. So DC has the license over Superman, and the families of the original creators, have to go to court to try to get them back. And DC's got to fight to retain Superman in some way. And what happens is certain elements of Superman that DC feels it's created over the course of their time fall away. They fall back into the hands of the families. So the spit curl had to go. The red underpants had to go. The boots had to go. and all this stuff, and they have to create a new version of Superman that is uniquely DC Comics, and they license that away from the family. Well, I mean, they have to do this over and over and over again.
Yeah.
How great is it to just go, here's a new one. He's black.
Somebody
Choke on
explained
that.
it to me in this way, and it makes perfect sense when you think about it this way. But it's like every time they do this, it's like the foundation is what the family owns, right? The original Action Comics issue, you know, all
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Every time, everything they put on top of it, it's like, well, you know, you can't take it away from us because look, you'll be taking away. What good is Lex Luthor if you take away Superman and Krypton and this? And what good is Metallo? What good is? And then that's not enough. They have to enforce, like you're talking about, exactly. They're not really taking away. They're actually just building on top and saying, well, now we'll lose our black Superman if you take the rights to Superman away. We'll lose the New 52 design if you take our rights away. You know, so it's like they're trying to act like they're in. I don't know. It's a really weird thing. Somebody explained to me one time at DC Comics, and it was like just a weird way to constantly change something. It seems like a lot of work. Like it's almost like they don't make a lot of money from Superman comics either. Like I understand the character has a value, but it's not like if they lost Superman, I don't know really how much money they're losing.
Does it mean that we're going to eventually see a blonde-haired, freckly-faced cyborg?
Yes.
Probably.
No?
No.
Is that the direction?
I don't think so. I don't think they're ever in conflict with whoever who created Cyborg. Is that George Perez and Marv Wolfman?
Sure.
I'm sure those guys are well in hand. But the Wonder Woman family completely owns Wonder Woman. You know, DC Comics is like they're so angry that Wonder Woman was like a success because they don't really get much money from it. They don't own much of Wonder Woman. They have to pay all those residuals over to the Marston family. Mm-hmm. So the same thing with Superman. So they've got to continue to change things over and over again. You know, that whole complicated deal. DC refuses to pay royalties for the Superman S shield logo. They've got some deal like that. That fucked my whole life up because John, imagine if I was getting royalties for the Rainbow Lantern Corps symbols.
Mm-hmm.
They said, no, we don't do that. You know, we don't pay royalties for like symbols like that.
Yeah, because those would be everywhere. You'd be a king. Mm-hmm. You'd be rich as a Nazi.
Wait, what?
It's a Simpsons reference.
Oh, I never heard that one.
Yeah, we'll all be rich.
Rich as Nazis. Byrne said it when they were stealing paintings from the Nazis.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. The chat is going nuts here. Let's find out what's going on here. We've got Ethan, you straight edge fuck. I haven't heard straight edge in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
It means you don't do drugs, you don't smoke, you're straight edge. You don't fuck around with that shit.
Skaters in high school used to be straight edge. I remember they would say.
Losers.
Let me see. Logos. Pull close to the camera. What are people talking about? Do they know? Oh, they're all. What is Cecil doing? Is Cecil trying to sabotage my stream from over on the Jack Show?
No, he's over. He ended it.
Somebody says it's the Jack Off Show now. I don't.
Cecil, how dare you?
Show. The ACK Show.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ethan Nadler, down thumb. Oh, look at this ratio they've given me here. I've got 138 thumbs down because of these people. I'm getting ratioed by Cecil fans. Look, let's see. Ethan, you Jack Show denier. That's serious. I've never denied the Jack Show. Not once. Let me see.
Blame 709, guys.
Yeah, Cecil deserves another week of hosting the Jack Show to make up for tonight. I mean, maybe. I just,
what if he does this again, though?
Your stream is garbage, Ethan. LOL, says Mr. Sophocles. Terrible. What happened? Who just disappeared?
We lost Kenneth.
I think that did it. What do you think the reaction to this Black Superman film is going to be, though, when it comes out? Do you think, like, if you don't like it, you're racist?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be the first time in history that we've had a black superhero on film. I guarantee
Oh,
you
yeah.
that. That will 100% be how it's marketed. Finally
a black Superman. Actually,
finally,
that's what they'll
black
say.
people are allowed to enjoy cinema.
Yeah, they'll completely
being
ignore
oppressed.
Shaquille O'Neal, but they'll still
Yeah.
proclaim it to be.
I wonder if it'll be like
everyone.
a thing that you'll be shunned if you haven't gone to see it. You know? Oh, you haven't seen it? Are you a racist?
If you remember, you weren't allowed to criticize. If you were a critique out there doing movies, you weren't allowed to criticize Black Panther.
Not at all.
That was verboten.
Was it bad? I didn't see it. The commercial for it looked great.
It was
overhyped.
It was all right. It was a fine MCU movie, but it wasn't the way they were making out that it was, Citizen Kane. No, I mean, there were issues. I thought the ending was a bit. It's just a bog standard superhero moving fight. When I speak, you get Australian slang every now and then. But I know people who were doing critiques at the time, and they were like, "No, you can't say anything bad about this movie right now. We don't want to take that heat. We don't want
And
to."
then
put
the
up with
star
that.
died. Try saying something negative about it now.
Can't do it.
It's horrible. I mean, that guy, he's a hero. Start to Come DM says Clubber Lang was a black Superman to me. Interesting. Johnny David says hi from West Oz. Ready to rock. All take care all. I think that says. Or Australia take care all. All right, cool. No, here's the thing. I met Shaquille O'Neal one time. He was working out at the same gym that I was working out at.
The one you did the commercial for?
Did your commercial bring him there?
No, this was another gym. This was in Orlando. No, this was not in Charlotte, North Carolina. Shaquille O'Neal was there. He drives. One thing I learned about him, because he's an enormous human being. I mean, he's 9 feet tall. He drives the front end of a tractor trailer that's all blinged out. It had lights all over it, like purple lights. It's the front of a fucking tractor trailer. So anyway, he heard that I worked for DC Comics, so he wanted to talk to me. And I was working on Green Lantern Rebirth. I was able to get a basketball signed for Jeff Johns. And he said, I was in a DC Comics movie once. I said, you were? And he goes, yeah, Steel. And I said, oh, yeah, I saw that. And he went, yeah.
He knows. I mean, he's a basketball player. He knows he's not Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. No, I mean, that movie was weird. But I mean, still, let's not forget, we've already had a black Superman movie. And just because you didn't like it, that's because you're a racist. It already exists.
Well, it came out before 2021, so it doesn't exist.
Every year is current year. There's no more years anymore. So every year is current year. So every time something happens, it's the first time it's ever happened in history. That's the new standard.
All right, we got a lot of people saying, EVS, please apologize to Cecil. You broke his heart. He broke my heart. He broke my heart. I'll figure out how to blame this on him later. All caps is basically Disney now. That's right. Thank you, Nitrium. That's probably true. Blade, of course, is another one.
Yeah, it's great.
Blade was good.
Like Blade was one of the first movies that showed Marvel that they could actually make money in the movie theater.
It was a little dark.
It wasn't a great movie, but no one talks about Spawn.
Violent. It was violent, guy. Come on.
Spawn. Well, not the
movie.
It was
a Spawn movie.
Yeah.
Top selling comic book in America was Spawn at one point in time. I mean,
Spawn,
Catwoman. Catwoman.
These are all terrible movies.
Let's not forget. Let's not forget Hancock.
Don't forget Meteor
They
Man.
didn't figure it out.
Yeah, Meteor Man.
Handyman.
Favreau got
Hancock.
Mm-hmm.
Hancock was good. I liked Hancock.
Yeah. I will say DC has a history of this. So DC did make Catwoman black. That didn't go over that well. Let me see. Runs with Phantom says, if the fucks hadn't killed off Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan could take up the Black Panther mantle and get a proper redemption arc.
Twin brother. All you need. Clone him. And there's 30 different ways of doing this. But yeah, that'd be a smart move.
I didn't see the movie. I don't know. I like it though.
Michael B. Jordan. He played whatever in that Creed movie too. You know, good looking, athletic guy. He'd be great. Whatever.
He was in Menace to Society.
No.
He said, "Suck on this, you trick bitch." That was his best line. Pete Callan says, "Blank man." Also, yeah. We've had a lot of. By the way,
there's already been a black Superman.
Where?
Share my screen.
Okay.
This movie came out in 1977.
Oh, no, that's badass. What it was, what it is, what it ought to be.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Apparently, it came out in 1977, so way ahead of its time.
I have no problem with this. I don't care. I really don't care.
No, wasn't there a black Superman that used to go around at the conventions?
Oh yeah, I remember. I know this picture.
Trying to find a picture of this guy.
Oh. Why do I remember that?
Because he was funny looking. Like he wasn't like he wasn't trying to be like the man. He was just dude that just dressed up. I think he had like a fro or something.
Did they scrub him off the internet?
Yeah, I remember this. If you can find that image, I would love to see it again.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I found a live action Black Superman. If you want to share my screen,
I do. Well, oh no, this is the Indian Superman. Oh God! All right, go ahead. This is horrendous. And she's Spider Woman.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Look, that's brown Superman. Look how strong he is.
Whoa!
John, I found it.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
I kind of like the symbol real big like that. That's fun.
John, remember the time I beat you up and then did this dance while you were on the ground?
No.
I have no idea how long this is. Oh, it's 2 minutes long.
First crossover.
You know, I loved Superman so much when I was a kid. I was not particular. Like, this would have been okay with me.
Yeah,
if I saw this at age 4, I would have been like, cool, Superman.
Yeah, and he's hanging out with Spider Woman.
No, Spider-Man.
Oh God!
Don't be a bigot.
Spider Person.
I always find like dance troops, and I just go, "Oh, that's where I'm meant to be," and I start.
Well,
dancing.
they're all over India.
All right, so we got this right here. This is the fellow you were talking about.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, that's him in real life.
Yeah,
I like him better than Christopher Reeve. I think he would have done okay. I mean, not as good as Nicolas Cage.
Got a bigger smile.
But yeah, a lot of people screaming in the chat.
What is the L for?
I don't know why. It's for Cecil, and a lot of people are mad right now. They're saying this is way better content than Jack's show. I agree. Thank you for saying that. Cecil should come in here. Let's see. Lazy Ninja UK. OG Black Superman is the Meteor Man from 1993. Where is that? Where's Meteor Man?
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, he's not. Cyberfolk's still alive for now. Yeah, Meteor Man was like a comedian.
Robert Townsend.
Robert Townsend. Are you Robert Townsend? That's a white guy, isn't he?
Oh, is it? No, I think that's his name.
Release the Habib cut. Let's see. Tupac Shakur is here. It's nice to see him again. Says, hey, I support both of your guys' work, and I love you both. I see no issue. I'm just a giant fan here to love and pay you both. Thank you, but I haven't seen any payment yet. Appreciate that. Not at all. Everyone is saying, oh, it's great to see a show other than the Jack Show. It's great to have an alternative to the Jack Show. Yeah, it looks like everyone is saying that. This is the worst betrayal, people are saying. Robert Townsend. Hold on. Who was Robert Townsend?
The Meteor Man.
Joseph says Jack Show was terrible tonight. Blame Witten. Blame Witten. Adrian Stone says, are people actually serious? Yes, they are.
They've already planned the sequel after the Black Superman, though. I just found it.
Really?
Yeah. Hang on.
I fucking love the chat. I like when the chat turns against me. Ethan is spreading fake news. No, I'm not. I only tell the truth around here. These are this is all real news. Guaranteed. Woke celebrity Alyssa Milano. Hold on a second. Holy shit. Wait, do you have let me show you your thing first.
Okay, so this is the sequel after the Black.
We got to circle the bases.
Yeah.
We got to get an Asian Superman.
Representation matters.
Well, that should be the first one, in the Asian Superman, right? I mean, that's a huge market. Isn't that what they do? They usually want to get China involved.
Well,
globally, if we're going by population percentages, yes. Yeah. This is the big one right here. This is the money. This Superman.
When can we get Puerto Rican Superman? Because I would like to give Sketch Therapy something to do. Sketch Therapy is Puerto Rican Superman.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Oh, yeah. Dean Cain. Dean Cain was already the Asian Superman.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Is he Asian?
Yeah,
he's
half Japanese, is he?
He's got the Miller thing. He's half Japanese and half maybe Hawaiian. I don't know what it is. Look it up. Let me fact check this.
Yeah, do fact check that. Oh, here we go. This is Robert Meteor Man.
You don't remember this, Ethan?
I mean, I think I remember it, kind of. Did you actually see it?
I just saw this on the VHS wall at the Blockbuster forever. I never watched it. But I can't unsee this image. It's always there. Like,
I like the look on his face.
Oh,
I don't like. What is that? That's not. It's just kind of like, yeah, this is what I'm doing now.
I didn't know this about Dean Cain. One, his name's not Dean Cain. It's Dean George Tanaka. His father is Roger Tanaka, a Japanese U.S. serviceman, and his mother is English, Welsh, Irish, French, Canadian.
Where'd Kane come from? Did he pick that as a stage name?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Well, he didn't want to be Dean Abel because Abel's the one who gets murdered. So
why is he so despised? He's literally international. He's everything. He's so inclusive. Like, he is a bit of everyone.
Why. You know why.
Oh, I do. Agent Club says DC did an Asian Superman comic. Oh, yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he was born in Mount Clemens, Michigan. He's a Michigander. I didn't know that either. Look at that. Another one.
Well, we got a super chat from Cecil.
Here we go. Cecil goes, it's not Ethan's fault. It's mine. I give off a macho, tough guy image. I already know how to read this. I didn't read it in advance. I already know what he's doing. Makes it easy for people to forget that I'm a real human boy with feelings. My bad.
Get in here, Cecil.
Shut up, Cecil. Yeah, Cecil, get in here, and you can say what you want to say, and you can say it to the hand because the face don't understand.
Oh, shit.
Hell with you.
Oh, actually, I got a split. The wife is up right now, and she's getting ready for work.
It might be time to go. We've been doing the live stream for a while, but God bless you all. Ethan Tenaple, people are saying now. I'd like to close on that thought. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. I appreciate you, and we'll see you again tomorrow with another video. Good night.
Take care.
See ya.